Ditelan air mata, selamanya ku takkan di bawah. Perjalananku sampai ke puncak dalam perjuangan. Bila hati terang menyala, setiap duka jadi kekuatan. Pengorbanan yang jauh ujungnya. Sudah tiba masanya melangkah takdir, jalan yang gentir ku tempuh. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kita kawan pentas dunia, Wira Arena. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kerana di hujung cerita pastinya kita Wira Arena. Kita Wira Arena. Kita Wira Arena.
Sweat and grind, guess we never gon' fade. This that definition of a legend. Every single move that I make, feel it, ain't no doubt. Dorang kena aku, I'm a winner. Cuba check gerak-geri aku semua tiptoe macam ballerina. Genggam bara api, biasa berjadi ada. Mimpiku mula menjadi, tiada siapa je yang halang. Kalau bikin hari-hari, benda susah jadi senang. Segala cabaran aku ready, masa depan aku terang.
Sudah tiba masanya, melangkah takdir, jalan yang gentir ku tempuh. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kita kawan pentas dunia, Wira Arena. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kerana di hujung cerita pastinya kita Wira Arena. Kita Wira Arena. Kita Wira Arena.
Satu hati, satu jiwa, bangkit bersama kita Wira Arena. Dari bayangkan nyala api, nama kita terpahat di bumi.
Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kita kawan pentas dunia, Wira Arena. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kerana di hujung cerita pastinya kita Wira Arena. Adakah takdir lemas ditelan air mata? Selamanya ku takkan di bawah perjalananku sampai ke puncak. Dalam perjuangan, bila hati terang menyala, setiap luka jadi kekuatan, pengorbanan yang jauh ujungnya. Sudah tiba masanya melangkah takdir, jalan yang gentir ku tempuh. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kita kawan pentas dunia, Wira Arena. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kerana di hujung cerita, pastinya kita Wira Arena. Kita Wira Arena.
MPL Malaysia Season 17 is powered by Moonton. Presented by Celcom DG. Power up now with Celcom DG Prepaid 5G. Climb to mythical immortal with unlimited 5G power, uncapped hyperspeed and endless entertainment. Celcom DG Prepaid 5G. Limitless. Made for Gen Now.
Bloop, 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 bloop. What's that sound? Feels like something is flowing. It's the Infinix GT50 Pro, powered by HydroFlow liquid cooling. No lag, just smooth gameplay. 144 FPS, pressure sense GT trigger, fast and responsive. For MLBB players, this one's for you. Get it now at Infinix official store and TikTok shop, Infinix Malaysia.
So food delivery, Grab. Definitely focused when full. When people is hungry, they lose focus. Then they will have bad aim or bad performance during the game time. Hence, order from GrabFood to stay focused. Cultured by Todak.
Get your official MPL Malaysia merchandise at a Todak booth or online at store.todak.com. MPL Malaysia is now cultured by Todak, empowering the next generation through Todak Academy and its industry-focused TVET and STEM education programs.
Official motorcycle partner, Yamaha. Official content partner, Media Prima. Official streaming partner, Tauntaun.
Our strategic partner, Ferry, TNT Co., OBSBot, PSM.
Supported by KBS, ESI, Rakan Muda, MESF.
Persiaran secara langsung dari Stadium Juara. Para penonton sekarang sudah pun membanjiri arena untuk menyaksikan perlawanan lower bracket final di antara tim Vamos menentang Invictus Gaming. Ini merupakan perlawanan yang sangat-sangat penting. Tiket terakhir untuk ke MSC. Kalah balik, yang menang rasa seronok. Kini pemain-pemain dah pun lakukan persiapan akhir untuk pertembungan ini. Segalanya akan dibuktikan dalam perlawanan berformat Best of 7 kali ini. May the best team win.
Selamat datang ke MPL Malaysia musim ke-17 hari ke-4 playoffs. Nama saya Rose, host anda sepanjang playoffs ini. And of course, kita bersama dengan Poji.
Hello semua guys. Saya rasa sangat-sangat teruja Ros hari ini. Kita akan buka majlis kita dengan award ceremony juga. Sebab untuk for the past 2 days, kita dah ada 4 award. Kita dah bagi kepada pemenang-pemenang kita. Dan hari ini ada lagi 3 jenis award yang akan kita persembahkan. Iaitu Best Content Award, Best Media Feature Award dan juga Restreamer of the Season, Rose.
Yes, Poji, betul tu. And kepada orang yang mungkin tengah tanya, kenapa kita nak bagi award kepada orang-orang macam ni? Guys, you guys need to understand, ini adalah cara MPL Malaysia nak appreciate kepada semua hard work yang semua orang buat sepanjang musim ini. Sebab tanpa mereka, you guys tak akan nampak moment-moment behind the scenes, moment-moment best in-game dan banyak lagi yang berlaku di MPL Malaysia. Of course, hari ni Poji dah mention kita ada 3 award, tapi 3 award ni pun split into 3 awards, iaitu bronze, silver dan juga gold. So, more people, more better.
The more the merrier.
Betul! So of course, tanpa membuang masa, ayo kita mulakan dengan award pertama kita, iaitu Best Content Award. And untuk mengumumkan pemenang Best Content Award, kita ingin menjemput Mr. Alson Chan, Esports Head Production Lead Malaysia at Moonton Games, untuk mengumumkan dan menyampaikan anugerah kepada pemenang kita.
Test. First of all, I want to thank to our KOL, medias, and content creators. Thank you for bringing this game to life and give our community the entire stories, entertainment, inspiring, and the moment that we never forget. So first, the winner will be awarded in 3 types: bronze, silver, and gold. The winner for bronze goes to Harimau Malaya. Next, the winner for silver goes to Ajoy.
Pengetahuan semua, Ajoy tidak dapat hadir hari ini kerana dia ada masalah kesihatan dan masih lagi menjalani rawatan dekat hospital oleh kerana ketidakupayaan dia untuk datang. Ajoy tetap menghiburkan kita dengan konten-konten dan klip-klip yang menarik dia di TikTok. Kami dari MPL MY mendoakan kesihatan dia dan semoga diberikan kesembuhan untuk semua urusan, insyaAllah.
The last one, the winner of gold goes to WTM.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alson Chen. Terima kasih. Of course, kita pun boleh ambil satu group photo di atas pentas bersama dengan kita punya bronze winner dan juga gold winner. Smile for the cameras!
Jadi kami minta untuk pemenang-pemenang memberikan sepatah dua kata.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, thank you untuk second season Harimau Malaya dapat award ni. Thank you Muntun sebab bagi Harimau Malaya peluang untuk join this industry. Macam semua orang tahu, Harimau Malaya is a media untuk traditional, media football. Tapi masa kita join Harimau Malaya scene e-sport ni, season 11 sampai season 17, korang sangat-sangat supportive lah. Community MLBB memang sangat gila lah. Diorang like, share, comment, everything sampai kita ada sekarang. Dan kejayaan ni bukan saya seorang, tim saya juga. Pada head of editor Amin, Haikal, Mirip, thank you so much. Ini kejayaan kita bersama. Dan yang paling penting korang terus support industri e-sport kita supaya lebih berkembang maju satu hari nanti. Dan mana-mana sponsor nak sponsor pergi Paris boleh Roger konten tak mengecewakan ni.
Thank you very much, Harimau Malaya. Sekarang we would like to actually hear our speech for our silver awardee. So, mari kita tengok speech daripada Ajoy on the LED.
Hello guys, Joy berdiri sini. First of all, Joy nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada pihak MPL MY sebab actually benda ni memang tak sangka lah. Sekerdil aja boleh even tercalon pun dah terkejut lah. Even tercalon pun dah terkejut dah. Let alone apa winning kan. So sebab Ajoy rasa lagi ramai lagi yang lebih layak sebenarnya. And then kepada viewers dan followers Ajoy nak ucapkan terima kasih kerana support konten-konten Ajoy selama ni. Itulah yang menyebabkan Ajoy keep going consistently, disebabkan korang lah. And then to the fellow creators or clippers apa semua, keep doing what you guys doing consistently. Who knows, maybe you guys next. Thank you to MPLMY, to all MPLMY fans.
Terima kasih Ajoy, dan seterusnya kita minta pemenang gol kita itu WTM untuk memberikan sepatah dua kata. Dipersilakan.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Puji and Rose. First of all, I think for those yang follow WTM, this is what we're waiting for 17 season, 8 years. Thank you so much for MPL and Muntun. We will take this as for us to work hard after this, and I just want to say like apa yang WTM dapat ni bukan sebab usaha WTM tapi sebab support system sekeliling. Thank you all the teams, KOL, talent yang memberi kerjasama dengan kita orang untuk buat content semua. And I want to say thank you to my mom. Mak, orang tahu yang Mak still tak faham apa benda orang buat dalam e-sport, tapi terima kasih sebab berkat dengan doa Mak, Alhamdulillah orang dapat jumpa ramai orang-orang baik dalam e-sports. Thank you so much. And lastly, I want to shout out to my nephew and my niece. Diorang adalah fans saya sejak lahir, literally. Thank you sebab support Asu, and Asu harap Asu dah buat awak korang semua proud lah. Thank you so much everyone.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Jadi dipersilakan untuk kembali semula ke tempat duduk. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Dan sekarang kita akan menyampaikan award yang kedua, iaitu Best Media Feature Award. Sama seperti tadi, kita akan bahagikan kategori kepada 3, bronze, silver dan juga gold. Dan untuk mengumumkan pemenang Best Media Feature Award ni, kita ingin menjemput Mr. Marcus Lim, Head of Public Relation Overseas, untuk mengumumkan dan menyampaikan anugerah kepada pemenang. Dipersilakan.
Test. And today we will be announcing the top 3 winners of the Best Media Feature Award. The media in our ecosystem have been hugely important to helping us tell the stories behind esports beyond what you just see on stage. These are the media, your MVPs, who have done us so proud in bringing to life all the stories that maybe you guys don't see. So today I'll be announcing 3 tiers of the Best Media Feature Award: bronze, silver and gold. The winner for the bronze goes to Bernama. And now we announce the silver for the Best Media Feature Award. This season's winner goes to New Straits Times NST. And now, the winner for the Best Media Feature Award for this season. The winner goes to EGN, In-Game Network.
A bit more into the middle, near the tape there.
Terima kasih kepada Mr. Marcus Lim.
Jadi tahniah kepada semua pemenang. Jadi kita minta ke semua pemenang untuk berada di tengah pentas untuk mengambil gambar dan seterusnya memberikan ucapan. Dipersilakan.
First of thank you kepada MPL MY kerana menghargai petugas-petugas media dengan anugerah macam ni. Ia sedikit sebanyak memberi semangat untuk kami lagi terus cover berita-berita isukan and also MPL. And also thank you kepada family and also my company bernama. Thank you.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terima kasih banyak-banyak kepada MPL kerana menghargai petugas media ni. Dan juga saya nak mengucapkan terima kasih juga kepada rakan-rakan saya atas pentas bersama dengan saya ni kerana mereka banyak mengajar saya tentang e-sport. Sebab sebelum ni saya tak tahu apa-apa pasal e-sport. Dan terima kasih pada family saya dan juga rakan-rakan kerja saya semua. Terima kasih.
Alright guys, Assalamualaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terutama sekali terima kasih kepada MPL Malaysia atas award ini, kepada EGN. Tak lupa juga kepada 3 bunga kita orang, Lily, Orchid, Via yang sentiasa membantu kita orang sampai kita orang berjaya untuk musim ini, and ini kali kedua kita dapat award atas stage yang ini, the gold one. So Azril?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Saya nak sebenarnya saya kerja dalam industri ni agak lama dan saya rasa macam ini adalah satu sebab EJN ni startup, yang Genewo ni adalah startup. Saya dengan Nas dan selepas 2 tahun akhirnya saya berjaya untuk build startup dan saya berjaya keluar daripada comfort zone saya. So saya nak dedicate sebenarnya kemenangan ni untuk orang yang saya selalu sanjung, which is nama dia Juara. Terima kasih Kak. Kalau tanpa Kak memang saya rasa saya takkan berada di tahap ni lah. So terima kasih semua kepada yang support Endgame Network dan nantikan lebih banyak konten lah.
Terima kasih dan tahniah sekali lagi kepada pemenang-pemenang kita. Now Poji, kita pun sudah sampaikan 2 award and I rasa semua orang dalam stadium Juara ni sangat-sangat excited untuk award ketiga.
Award yang ketiga ni nama dia Restreamer of the Season. Kita ada banyak sangat streamer-streamer dekat luar. Kita ada sampai ada momen-momen klip-klip Sopian tengah tidur kan,
Bombong tengah marah.
Macam tu.
Marah Flash
ada 10.
Ada juga dan ramai lagi lah. Sebab kita ada 8 minggu regular season kali ni. So memang banyak-banyak momen dan klip-klip yang sangat-sangat memorable. So I nak tanya kepada semua audience dekat Stadium Juara, korang rasa siapa yang akan menang Restreamer of the Season?
Semua orang dah menjerit tapi keputusan ada di tangan kita punya VIP berada di atas pentas. Jadi tanpa segan silu, saya ingin menjemput Mr. Peter Gao, e-sport manager at Moonton Games untuk mengumumkan dan menyampaikan anugerah kepada pemenang. Dipersilakan.
So this season, we have 100 plus KLs in MPMY esports ecosystem. We have Ajoy just won the content award. Now we are coming to the Restreaming Award of the season. So we will have 3 tiers: bronze, silver, and gold. So the winner for bronze goes to the handsome Ongbong Haha.
Guys, sekali lagi Ombong.
Next, the winner for silver goes to the boss, legendary Solos.
Tahniah kepada Maharaja kita dapat silver plated. Tahniah ya. Dan selepas ini, pemenang gold plated Rose. Siapa agak-agak?
Semangat ya guys, semangat.
The winner for gold goes to the 10 Fix!
Thank you very much to Mr. Peter Gao. And of course, sekarang kita pun nak ambil satu group foto bersama dengan pemenang-pemenang kita.
Jadi sekarang kita akan minta pemenang-pemenang kita untuk menyampaikan sepatah dua kata sebagai penghargaan kepada usaha mereka selama ini. Dipersilakan.
Okay, thank you Poji, thank you Rose. So first of all, thank you kepada Allah rezekinya. Dan sebenarnya this is my first time sepanjang 8 tahun saya stream. This is my first time dapat. Dan special thanks to warga Kick dan Clipper moderator yang terus support saya punya stream dan viewer-viewer semua. Jadi ketawa lah. Dan sepanjang perjalanan big thanks to tim lah dari tim Bosku, Homeboys, 7GL dan semua yang apa ya dan bergerak lah ni. Thank you so much.
Tak mention Flash ke? Tak nak terima kasih dekat Flash ke?
Thank you Flash for... Tapi nak lepas je kenapa ya? Alright, thank you.
Solos!
Macam saya tak kata panjang kot sebab saya rasa terharu kan sebab dapat ni kan. So terima kasih yang selama ni mengikuti saya daripada day one sampai ke hari ni. Terima kasih banyak-banyak dan thank you juga orang yang datang hari ni. So saya rasa mungkin akan datang nanti kita akan buat lagi terbaik lah. So itu saja. Terima kasih.
Oh. Saya nak mengucapkan thank you so much kepada especially Muntun lah. Ini 2 kali berturut-turut dapat streamer of the season. Thank you so much Muntun and thank you kepada fans-fans, viewer saya. Okay. Sini. Viewer saya yang sedang menonton, thank you so much and tak lupa juga kepada ibu bapa saya, thank you so much and just keep supporting MPL MY guys. Thank you so much.
Wow. Soft spoken ya?
Ya, soft spoken. Tapi terima kasih kepada pemenang-pemenang kita. Anda dah boleh kembali semula ke tempat duduk. Saya teruja sebab fix soft spoken.
Kan? I dah cakap. Dia memang kalau atas pentas memang soft spoken.
I'm touched.
You're touched? Are you crying?
Inside.
Tak boleh nangis lagi sebab kita pun nak main satu game hari ini di mana perlawanan ini sangat-sangat penting kepada dua-dua pasukan iaitu Team Vamos dan juga Invictus Gaming.
Kalah terpaksa cuba untuk M8. Lain season.
Yup, next season.
Tapi kalau menang, tiket EWC MSC Paris, ia punya.
Wish. Oji, ini adalah lower bracket finals best of 7.
Kalau kita ikutkan daripada awal kita punya playoff, Rose. Bersih 3-0, 3-0. Lepas tu reverse 3-2, 3-2. Semalam 3-1, 3-1. Hari ni berapa, Rose? Best of 7. 4-3 ke?
Nak 4-3 ke?
Nak balik awal.
Tapi kalau 4-3, I rasa semua audience yang beli tiket hari ni memang sangat-sangat suka. Betul tak, guys? Dorang nak tengok fight sebelum grand finals.
Rose sokong siapa?
Rose sepatutnya sokong siapa?
Diorang jerit Vamos.
Fans IG mana? Ada juga. Diorang soft spoken.
Soft spoken. Anak murid fix.
Anak murid fix. Betul tu. Betul.
Aida aura farming. Tengok colour lah.
I don't know what colour I'm wearing, guys.
SRG. Tapi itu adalah sedikit sebanyak poin daripada kita nak kongsi-kongsi. Sebelum kita nak menghantar kepada meja panel, ini ada sedikit hadiah untuk anda yang berada di rumah dan juga berada di venue. It's my time. Untuk korang semua boleh claim emote Layla Terus saja masuk ke dalam Mobile Legend, claim boleh spam-spam dekat dalam rank game nanti.
Betul tu. Alright, Poji, you ready for a best of 7?
Let's go, let's go.
Ros dah sangat-sangat ready untuk a best of 7. With that, mari let's show it to our panel untuk memulakan game pertama di dalam best of 7 series ini. Panel, take it away.
And with a quick conclusion to the ceremony, once again, we congratulate all to our winners of each of the individual categories. For everybody else out there who's ready for this best of 7, you're watching the MPL MY Season 17. My name is Gideon Q. We've got Huskin as well as LaFell back at it again here for this epic battle. Yesterday, we saw one team punch their ticket to Paris. SRG have already accommodated that. Who will join them next? Will it be IG or Vamos, boys? It's gonna be a fun time. Now, before I get into both of you guys, we have to give a big shout out to our sponsors. Yes, big ups to Power Up Now with Cellcom DG Prepaid 5G Power Pass, the Go Limitless and Unlimited 5G power and uncapped hyperspeeds made for the Gen Now. And by the way, if you are in the crowd, you have glow sticks, and you also have a chance to also redeem the player trading cards. So come to the venue right now and go check out the Cellcom Digi booth. Maybe you're going to get some of your favorite players. But let's get into this, boys. What are you feeling? Yesterday has already kind of set the tone. We're hoping for something else. We're hoping for similarities.
If I'm thinking from just on the surface level, I'm thinking Vamos got this, right? Because IG didn't really have the best finisher yesterday. I think there were some heated discussions online about how certain roles were not really up to par. Versus Vamos, they were doing great. Some mistakes from BTRM, but overall, Vamos just looked more solid.
I don't want to disagree with you, because after what happened yesterday in their performance in the upper brackets, where it was a 3-1 victory as SRG moves on to the grand finals and a qualification spot for EWC MSC, IG have a lot of big questions around them, LaFell. Do you think that they can recover from this, or is this like, it's a Vamos day confirmed?
I feel like it definitely depends on, honestly, the first game, because who's going to be playing that goal lane, right?
Right?
Everyone online said Darmu looked pretty good. So I don't know whether the coaches is going to give him another chance, or they're like, you know what? We got to let Mel Cutie redeem himself. Because it's always a tough question. Sometimes the guy that made a mistake, he's like, you know what? I'm going to be better today. We just got to see whether he recovers or not.
We'll find out, because again, the stakes are extremely high. With that on their shoulders, we also are looking for our finalists to head on over into Paris. Now, some teams have already been classified as qualified to MSC at EWC. Obviously, TLPH, the Team Falcons as well. Pro Team SRG, it's either Vamos or IG who's going to join them up to join GK Esports, Yangon Galacticos as well.
Yeah, and then Guangzhou Gaming, who also had a historical finals in their own region, the East Asia Championship. They finally took down the Mongols in that finals, and that was a spectacular one, because Guangzhou Gaming has always wanted to beat the Mongols, and they did it.
Good times.
Speaking of, Vamos always wants to defeat IG. Never done it yet.
Yeah.
Not in the regular season, not in the playoffs. This is their final opportunity, and if they get to do it, they get to go to Paris. Talk about winning it big.
I mean, we've already kind of set the stakes here, right? Coaches are going to be thinking about this. It's like, do I feel Darmu right from the very get-go? Is he the key to get us to Paris? Or is Mel QT the redemption arc? He like, please, put me in, coach.
Because here's the thing, me and Husky, someone asked us before, like, it was during rehearsal, and we both said Vamos is going to make it, right?
Yes.
And here's the thing, I have two thoughts. Number one, if Mel didn't make the mistakes yesterday, I honestly thought they could go to Game 5 with SRG, right? And then Game 5, we'll see what happens, right?
Okay.
The other thought that I have is that for IG, we know where's the weak link. For Vamos, I don't know. I feel like every role, they're performing very well.
Very interesting. All right. Let's pull up the IG lineup to remind everybody who is going to be starting here today. From Invictus Gaming, we have Mel QT as the starter, Nova X Kobar, Suelo, Hazel, and Ye3.
I gotta be honest, worst case scenario, at least they have 4 games to make adjustments. Right? That's assuming a 4-0 happens. So there is some room to wiggle around if you are Invictus Gaming.
I see. It's interesting to know that, like, despite all the, I wouldn't say failures, but at the very least, knockdowns in terms of what Vamos was expected to do from the beginning of the season, I am extremely glad that they have recovered. They have found themselves a new light, a new energy. Now, Team Vamos, starring Natko, Zkeef, Plokun, Air 404 alongside Sapat, they kind of changed the look of this team.
Yeah, I think Sapat was sort of the missing piece. He was the light that light up everyone else. He was the one that really reset the mental and the mood, and also as a guidance, right? Like, he has been on the bigger stage, and these young kids, they needed someone to lead them, and Sapat is the person.
Well, if that's the case, it's time to make our way over to our best of 7. Good luck to both of our teams as they walk on out.
We believe.
The time for waiting is over. No hesitation, no mistakes, no looking back. Paris stands just one series away, and Invictus Gaming have everything they need to seize it. The talent, the confidence, the belief. This is the moment where one match can change a team's destiny. Brace yourselves, here comes Invictus Gaming!
All in on Hazel to carry these games. If yesterday's performance was great, he needs to be better than great. With big questions around the side lane, they're gonna have to figure out a drafting strategy to win.
They've silenced kingdoms. They've dismantled robots. Now, they're coming for the one team that got away. The reverse sweep lit the fire. This rematch fuels it. One victory stands between them and the grand finals. Paris is calling. Revenge is waiting. This is the new generation. And with them, let's charge forward. Hala! Team Vamos!
Air 404 fought like a champ yesterday, even though he was still sick. Can he light that fire for another night? Just one more time to get that ticket to Paris. With a lot of questions around IG, Vamos are looking formidable this time round coming into this matchup, and they will not let this chance slip away. Next, we welcome the coaching staff of both teams, the masterminds behind every match, the brain behind the brawn, joined by the head of League Ops, Reese, who will be ensuring that our entire stage, and most importantly, our players will be playing at their best with no issues to worry about. From Vamos, it is Coach Valdo. From Bet, that's assistant coach. IG, it's Coach Bam. And alongside him, Coach Jest. Let's keep it going with the fist bumps between the teams, a true sign of professionalism and the last point of contact before they head on in to the land of Dawn. Boys, walk me through this. A lot of questions have been circling IG for the most part, and I think if I were to be the audience in this point, I'm looking at those sidelines and I'm saying, hey, there's got to be a better way for this. They are first pick as well.
But Vamos hasn't been perfect so far. We're going back to what Zapata said. Honestly, we're going to look at every single team. Every single person said when they lost is because they were playing with emotions, right? BTRM and even Vamos. Vamos said in game 3 and 4 against IG before, they got overheated. And the moment they made one or two mistakes, they just could not recover.
Interesting. We looked at our MPL Insider by Cellcom. We asked Valdo, gosh, you guys won against every other team but IG. He said all 3 times we lost against IG is because we're stupid. We always have the game planned around gameplay planned, but we make stupid mistakes. This time, the players really want their revenge. Interesting, because again, it does feel like the similarities are there.
And again, like So they know what's the problem, right? When they make a mistake, they just cannot recover. So this time, you need a short-term memory loss kind of situation. You make a mistake, but hey, you just forget about it.
Is it the amnesia meta right now?
I feel like as a professional player, it's required. It's required. 100%.
I think it's very important for you to just look past what has happened, right? And focus on what you do to recover. It's easier said than done, of course. And I want to echo what LaFell said as well. We all agreed that there is a weak lane on IG's side and it's in that gold lane. But for Vamos, it's not directed to an individual player, but more of how they function in terms of the mindset, right? They're pretty emotional young players, and when you see them make a mistake, it sort of snowballs out of control. We've seen them do the Vamosable where they start diving with a lead and giving it away. That almost costed them against BTRM yesterday.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about people who just, again, don't make as many mistakes, I'm looking at Natco because his laning phase has been disgusting, and so far he has not only led the team as a gold laner, but also make sure that he has the insurance policy. Late game is my time. Early game, if I win out my lane, this is going to be so smooth.
I mean, here's the thing. Throughout this playoff, Natco as well as Chico guys has really shown that they are honestly top of the leaderboards, and Melkity hasn't done that just yet. And the problem when you know that the gold lane is going to be a problem, the one that's going to suffer is either the jungle or the EXP, because we saw how SRG ganked E3 non-stop because they know Innocent can handle Mel, no problem.
We look at another MPL MY Insider by Selcom Digi. This time we asked Coach Jess what made IG swap the Darmu last night, and he said in that game we needed a fresh face because there was a lot of pressure in such a match, and maybe MelQT lost his focus a little, but both of them are equally good, interesting, equally good. He knows the ins and outs of this team. My real question is the age gap, right? Darmu is significantly younger in comparison to MelQT. And MelQT, looking at his history, every single time he's put in a position where he needs to perform, that pressure makes him crumble.
Yeah, I think yesterday we all agree that they needed to sub Darmu in, right? Because he has someone that hasn't been dealt a loss like this, comes in with a fresh mind, a clean slate, and from that very little sample size, he actually did phenomenally well against a team like SRG, only dying once towards the very end. But this is MelQT's redemption chance, right? If there's anything that he can prove, is that at least every single time they fought IG, when Mel is there, they won that series.
Let's see in the drafting phase whether or not they're going to try and take advantage of every little crevice, every little weakness. We can see our random map is flying clouds, so maybe the early game actually is saved this time round, and hopefully this actually might work for IG.
I think it would work for Vamos, right? Because Vamos' strongest map is also Flying Clouds. And it's also true. Yesterday, before they even played the series, they won like, what, 8 out of 10 games? It is an incredibly positive stat for them. But we saw how Coach Arcadia sort of dealt with IG, and most teams have gone down that route, which is you have to take out 2 junglers, which are the Fanny and the YSS. It's always the third band that makes you guess, right? Where does the team want to go towards? And in this case, if there's anything we know about Vamos, is that they're very good at forcing out trades on Red side.
Okay, wait. So do you agree with this, LaFell? I'm already seeing the Fanny, the Yishinshin, they're getting taken out. Third band coming in is Harris for the side of IG. Is that the way to go? Do they have to double commit or maybe even triple commit onto Hazel?
I feel like for the first 2 games, they're going to commit to this unless IG shows anything else, right? Because we still don't know whether IG, so far in this playoff, it's either Baxia or the Hayabusa. Right? We've seen other heroes like, you know, Nolan, Suyo and such, but I don't know, I kind of feel like IG is going to play the first 2 games and they're going to force Vamos to either keep this ban or change it.
Keep this ban or change
this
it.
This also might force the Paquito first pick, right? Yeah. Paquito or Freya. There are 2 options that IG can go for.
I would go for Freya, honestly.
All of them are actually really, really good. I think there's some tough arguments here, but let's look at the fun facts. Number 1, Harris is the most successful hero in the playoffs right now at an 85.7% win rate. Can he keep that magic alive? Oh, a fun fact coming in from Vamos. Despite 6 appearances, Hylos remains winless in the playoff? Huh.
Here's the thing. I feel like Harif clearly S tier. I mean, like, I think he needs a bit more balancing to make sure that he's, you know, compatible with everyone else. But Hylos, he's usually when there's nothing left. Sure, there's 1 or 2 games where they pick in the first 3 picks, but it's usually like, okay, Kalia's been banned, you know, Gata's already been taken by the opponents, blah, blah, blah. All right, we just take a high loss.
Taking that high loss. I don't know. It started to look like maybe this could be a high loss game for Vamos. We already see the Zushin, we see the Claude on top of that. They're trying to discourage IG from going back into that Eve.
It could be a Moscow game too, right? Like, they're also presenting the challenge to IG. We took the Claude, you banned a Harif. do you want to take Mel's hero right now? We know the third best hero. In fact, the hero that he has the most win rate on is Moskov, right?
Yeah.
It's like 10 out of 12 or 8 out of 10 games, but 80% win rate. So if you don't take the Moskov now, you might not have anything left, right? Clint is probably the fourth choice. They did win
Or
Vamos
carry.
with the Clint and the carry, but he hasn't shown that he has that clutch factor.
And now showing the Frederick. And here's the interesting thing. Hazel hasn't showed that yesterday.
He only showed the box here, right?
Yeah. That's something they're trying to tech into right now, and this either. I mean, I feel like IG are trying to sell the fact, hey, we're gonna play Freya in the gold lane. That might not necessarily be true. I don't see MelQT going into that direction.
I mean, here's the thing. When we have a Frederick as well as an Eve, I'm looking at two picks. Either the Arlet or the carry, right? Carry makes it so that you're not touched, and Arlet there's just a lot of combo potential.
Okay, the KNA special. What about you, Husky?
I think they need a traditional marksman. Like, I wouldn't put everything in the year 3 basket. I feel like, you know, Vamos, sure they're challenging it with a Paquito matchup, but there's just better answers on their end, right? If I have a Claude, my late game is secured. I think IG needs a traditional marksman. Instead of putting Freya on MelQT, I don't really trust him enough with that.
Yeah.
Give him the Moskov.
Honestly, with his position yesterday,
maybe.
Because people keep saying, you know what, he should use a tank in the gold lane.
Like Midnight said that. I think Midnight said he has the fighter spirit, you know?
He does have that fighter spirit. I will admit, he does have that. I'm surprised that IG, though, are the ones banning out the Atlas this time around. It really goes to show that they might actually lean back into the Arlet alongside with the carry, like Lafel mentioned.
Boom, Moskov gone.
Moskov gone, like you mentioned as well, from the side of Vamos, who's really trying to, like, clamp down here. Let's make sure that MelQT has to perform. He better be performing at the peak of his lifetime.
Because I would go as far as to say, if we look at the 6 playoff teams, I would rank MelQT lowest in the hierarchy of gold lanes.
Yeah.
Loliao at least has a clutch factor, you know, like Ruff has that as well. Both of them are coin flips. Chiku guys sort of above that, and then we have Natko and then Innocent, right? MelQT have yet to show that if a game goes haywire, he is that insurance policy. In fact, he's the one that forces IG to get an insurance policy.
By the way, you guys know Lightning McQueen, right?
Lightning McQueen?
Chow, yeah.
Yeah, Chow in cars. Does he have car insurance or life insurance?
It's life insurance.
So he doesn't need car insurance?
No.
Well, I mean, if in their world, everyone has a car, so he has life.
Not everyone is a car.
Medical checkups is just the cars going for servicing.
Yep.
It's a different logic there.
To the garage.
But I do think that not every one of them are cars.
So like when he changes...
What? What do you mean?
So when he
They're all
changes...
motorized vehicles.
Yeah, they're motorized vehicles, but I don't think everyone's a car.
Well,
There's
Buffalo
trucks.
tractors.
But-
They're
Exactly. Cars,
basically a car.
It gives me the same energy as if my grandmother has wheels, she would be a bike.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Just because they have an engine and wheels doesn't make them cars.
Hey, you can identify
A bus and a car is different.
In this day and age, you can identify as whatever you want. As long as you get me to point A to point B, I ain't complaining. I got the next to lock in here as we see Suyo as the final ban for IG's side. I'm actually okay with this. I feel like maybe they're trying to predict.
Here's a good takeaway, by the way.
Oh.
Imagine Gatot, Fredrin, Eve. Ooh, that's so...
I mean, it would have been nice, but I was thinking along the lines of maybe they get even dirtier. I wonder if they actually are thinking about adding on to like the healing meta on top of it.
Oh.
Right? Because you've already got if you have a brawling meta, I've noticed in a couple of games with the only exception being...
Okay, here's the thing. If they're going for the healing meta, I don't think Kalia was banned, so Kalia is good.
That's the thing, but Gatot's on the other side.
Yeah, but what I want to see is carry Matilda.
Carry Matilda.
Or you can do what...
With Fredrin, come on. With Freya, come on.
Oh, you've got Yves.
You can do what MSR Thailand did.
What?
The Florin.
The Florin? I don't... Okay.
I like Matilda better.
Here's the thing. Yeah, no. Here, I want to agree with you. I agree for the late game scaling, but I think that the early game suffers too much.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest problem, right? Because as soon as you hit level 4, sure, maybe you could like survive, but right now in the meta with so much burst, even with that mega heal, you gotta have some S tier picks on your side.
For me, it's just not cool.
It's just not.
I just want it to look cool, right?
We are Florin haters.
Yeah.
Screw Florin players.
Screw Florin. The cosplayers are okay.
Yeah, if they hover over a Florin cosplayer, this is gonna go bad so quickly. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, at least we know that our head marshal is already on it. Riz will be making sure that everything is going to be secure. I would have liked to see what type of issue it was, whether it was a type 1, because God, if it was a type 3 issue, I'd be freaking out.
Yeah, but either way, I feel like there's a lot of roamers. That's pretty good still for IG. It's hard for them to mess it up, right? I think the Cho as well as Matilda works well with what IG usually do.
Wow.
The Brody though. Now that's not super new.
Talk about wanting to win the lane hard.
But that didn't work out before. It was picked up before. I can't remember.
Was it
who.
Lo Liao?
Was it
Lo? No. SkyZ. SkyZ played it.
All right. Okay, you know what? Can't blame the guy. It's Flash.
I mean, they didn't win the game, but you like from a theoretical standpoint, like completely dumpsters claw in the lane. Only in a 1v1 situation.
So what is this? Suyo's banned.
Hayabusa, Nolan? Leomord, yeah. Nolan?
Gaze. It is Nolan.
It's Gaze.
Interesting. Oh boy, I don't know. I actually really like IG's draft.
Same.
I like how they do
like
You know what? We're gonna win this lane. We're gonna win it hard, and we've also got Nova Escobar on an aggressive roamer.
That's the thing. Like even yesterday against SRG, I liked most of IG's draft, but I'm looking at the execution. Of course, how could you beat this guy, the king of KDA?
Dude, was that the season 6 one?
Yeah.
I think that was the season 6
like one of the.
Was that season 6?
Because that was the season they won.
They won season 3. Right?
They won season 3. Season 6 was EVOS, right? Or
Geek Fam. Season 3, Geek Fam won it, right? With Zorn and Jeb.
Yeah. I think so.
With Fix,
Wait, I'm getting it all mixed up, but we're already heading into this best of 7 and the ticket to Paris. Going to be set up with this very first game.
But that jersey is not season 3. Season 3 is just a white jersey.
Yes, that's why I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right.
Hey,
we will get to the bottom of it in just a little bit.
Bernstein's very what was it called again? Mandela effect?
Yeah, the Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. Oh, wait.
A bit rough flying Cloud. Khalid pretty good at disruption. And that's
no, he's going to break this.
Aaron needs some help. Really needs some help from his teammates. And they finally arrive, so it slows down the clear just by a bit. But honestly, the most that Nova did is you sort of neutralize the clear speed, right? Because framing does take a bit more time, but Era is going to waste no time going for the counter jungle. If he gets this golem, which he eventually does, that'd be great.
Use the retribution for it, so Hazel should be able to secure that one. So it's, just trade-off trades, but I feel like they're both going to hit level 4 anyways for that turtle, and still... Actually, no. It could go either way because Fredrin, you can stay there, you can body block it for yourself, but the burst coming in from Nolan gives an unfair advantage.
Didn't buffer the attack. Pretty unfortunate.
I think that was a kill angle if you got the auto off, actually.
Yep.
That's so sad. Missed out an opportunity there. But it's okay. It did force Nako to not actually force himself to get a DHS early on. He has to respect this, opting to make sure that he's got tier 2 boots, and also making sure that he has Quantum charge on top of it all, really to stay healthy.
If I remember correctly, I think there's an upcoming update where they're like making it so that Brody is not super punished with attack speed items.
Really?
Yeah, like the percentage gets a little bit better. Like it's still not optimal, but okay, long story short, faster attack speed. Not like normal attack speed heroes, but like just a bit faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, Nako was able to take a recall, but Melkuti stuck around to take the gold crab. So the trade-off is that he is going to have lower health pool if they do end up in a fight. But all eyes are going to be on this turtle. Arrow 4-4 doesn't really have much direction to go towards, so they are just going to do it in a very honest manner. Yentry in, but it's going to be Hazel that takes the turtle away. So DK pause to revitalize. Both teams disengage.
Good disengage from Vamos, actually, right? Making sure that at least Air 4-4 is pathing away. Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's RWM. He's trapped in the box. First blood. ZK overextends.
Yeah. Again, I feel like it's okay for Vamos to just play it slow, but at that point, I feel like Ziki was just trying to hold the river just a little bit more, because going up against IG, especially with this kind of draft, you don't want to give them 100% river control. So he just tried to establish it for himself. It didn't work out, but I don't think it's that punishable, right? I just feel like try to win your EXP. If somebody's strong, you can still control the river and you won't get punished like that again.
I mean, it's like an unintentional cost, right? I get the mentality. Zeke is thinking like, I'm level 3. If he RWMs, I can't get out of this. But at the same time, why would you waste an entire RWM just for me? But then 4 people show up and it's like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yep. And the person who used the RWM got the first blitz, so there's extra go into Suelo's pocket. And another little 100 given over to IG.
Yeah, because right now, Zeke and Klokun, they're glorified warders, right? They're just going to make sure they have all the vision in the world so that Era knows where to path. Because this is one of those things when you're going up against a Fredrin, you're going up against a Boxia, you want picks like the Nolan, the Lance, anyone that can really invade, get a lot of camps for free. So they're basically just trying to macro it out by getting all the jungle.
Yep. They're trying to get this gold plate for MelQT to funnel the resource, but the backup did come on time with the help of ZK.
Oh, ZK
and even take the gold crab away. The good thing about Vamos is Klawkun's Dusin, right? Great against these tanks who just want to stay in the fight. They're going to try and pick up Azo, and he's just gone. The Raging Sandstorm doesn't do enough, and Nako comes in to join the fight. MelQT needs to flicker away. Valkyrie to send from Yetri as now comes to be the second layer of offense, but Team Vamos, they have that crowd control. Yetri commits for ZK, but he AOGs out, and Vamos walks away with 2.
Really good stuff coming in from Vamos here. Unfortunately, it doesn't net them the turtle, but at the very least, the ideas are there. Supat's got to leave the lane a little bit faster than Yetri to make that impact, and he's even... Whoa! He's going for the Heptasea's first item priority?
Yeah, I think it's good because he just deletes Mel or Suelo and it's good. Right now, what Vamos is showcasing is they're going to use their vision very, very well. They're going to set up ganks, and looks like Invictus, based on what happened yesterday, you're like, you know what, Mel, we're going to help you out alive.
Yep, and just make sure that he gets a hit, right? Even if you don't get the kill, you want to get a hit, and the best case scenario, you free him from that lane so that he can start participating in the skirmishes and really rack up the numbers.
Correction, Heptasea's was purchased by Era 404, which is very close to Supat, so I made some assumptions. It looks like Supat is actually going for a War Axe first item.
Interesting, I thought he would go for a Hunt Strike, but either ways, right now, IG should utilize having a Brody by focusing one lane and destroying everything on that lane as fast as possible because the Claude, Nolan, and the Paquito.
The lesser map
Suelo and Mel, I don't think they can survive that kind of onslaught, especially if they kill Hazel first.
See, even Nova can soak up all the damage too. The lesser map you give to Vamos, the better it is. Your draft, right? You have the Khalid that can walk around, and not only that, Fredrin loves it when he gets to just walk into a bush and not die.
Yeah, I think the important thing is that Invictus recognize that it's Era 404 and Supat who have the early to mid-game damage as of now. Nako, Zekif, and as well as Klawkun, all sort of situational. It's only if you're below half 50 HP should you be worried about, because everybody's got enough base health to tank it up.
Yeah, Nova can gladly take this trade. And now IG, this is going to be the one that might punish Vamos the most. Zekif, he's ready to die for this. The taunt into one more attack will do the job. No response there. They do lose Hazel in the process. Nako in with the Blazing Duet, the Total Power Memory, not in range, so Nako will get out, but the RWM traps them in the box. And unfortunately, Supat will be the second victim. Double kill from MelQT.
I don't know. Because the trade here is that either Zekif gives up mid-tier 1 or they give up the turtle. He ended up saving the mid-tier 1, but this should technically be Invictus's free turtle, but it looks like Error on the opposite side, they're trying to stop him first.
Yeah. I feel like in that kind of fight, Vamos just... They weren't fully respecting the Eve because that RWM really destroyed their entire formation because they were able to get into the face of the damage dealers. But again, the shield coming in from the RWM and just stopping Era from exiting the fight long enough, that made it so that Vamos, it was a bit awkward. What Vamos wanted to do was go in and out, in and out, in and out, and then eventually chunk them down. But they couldn't do that with the RWM around.
The facilitator, which is Zekif, was also taken out, right? His AOG not in the fight. A couple of ingredients for Team Vamos that was lacking, and Nako gets jumped on it. And that's just Nova.
He's got some damage. He's got some real damage. If I remember, he's probably going to go... Oh, does not opt to go Thunderbell. He goes for Chastised Pauldron very early on. I love it because this is one of the few items that feel really good on a snowball. Nako put down a 1 HP.
This lane is only going to get harder.
I just don't want a no HP Claw be at my back with the Blazing Duet and then die. I've seen it twice. That's 2 more times than I thought I would see it. I don't want a third one.
Wait until Innocent does it, then it'll be cool.
Yeah. It's only a mistake because the guy died.
Yeah.
Innocent would have made an outplay.
It's the easiest way to get away with anything.
Now I don't want him to get a Claw so that I don't see that.
When he does it, the enemy gets spooked.
Oh boy.
Like for the sake of the other Claude users, because you know that that's going to get clipped.
It's going to get clipped, for sure. For sure. But now let's look at the macros. So far, in terms of the spread, this 2.4k lead from Invictus Gaming is being utilized very well. They're not trying to overextend on a lot of the fights. They're just making sure that they can scale up to the right amount. But I think they kind of need to put their foot on the gas, right? I feel like the timers aren't going to line up correctly if they're not taking away these turrets.
Looking at Supai, I don't think he wants to... He doesn't really want to be an assassin type that's 100% on air. He's going to be more of a bruiser, going for the War Axe, and looks like he's going to go for Brute Force. So he's just going to disrupt the fight. He's just going to stay in front as long as he can.
But it's not easy when MelQT already has a Malefic gun, and he's probably going to go Winds of Nature next. So the next question that Vamos needs to find an answer to is, how the hell do you get on MelQT?
I don't even know. I think they just need to recognize that
AOG on him.
I mean,
he doesn't have a dash.
He does have flicker,
He doesn't have a dash.
But he does have Suelo. Your AOG, it's only part of the solution, right? It's too many problems.
Honestly, there's plenty of ways. Even the Zushin can probably catch him.
That's true. If the Zushin can survive before getting deleted, right, to get the Lantern stacks. There are some ideas, but it definitely comes at some risk, and Hazel in this case will not face any resistance taking this door. In fact, they're gonna go for the RWM into a direct engage. The entry from the side as well. Nova is safe. Zeke misses his ult, and now he's gonna be fed to the wolf. This Hazel with the kill, and the rest of Vamos sent packing.
Yeah, right now it looks like Arrow just cannot find an angle, and I gotta say, this game isn't super loud, but Suelo is actually, personally for me, is being the MVP here.
Oh yeah, no, these RWMs, these fast call RWMs, it's catching even me because again, it feels like it's such a mistake initially because it's so out of nowhere. And people don't feel like they're in the right place at the right time, but it's about getting these resources out for basically nothing, right? They got the Revitalize, they got the AOG out. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get some flickers if they catch others.
Yeah, that's bringing the Demolition, which is this MelQT Brody. Even Zeke is gonna have problems stepping up now with how hard this Brody hits. And it's also a problem for Clarkun's Jusin. If your front line can't stand there, it's very, very hard for you to consistently be effective. They do start a fight in the jungle. Suelo drops the RWM. He's just gonna fully send it. No one is there to stop him. Clarkun disengages. Supat comes in and finally gets a punish. Arrow 4-4 from the flank, but they smell that from a mile away. It's Yetri on the case. Supat goes down. Double for Mel.
Okay, you know what? Mel really is trying to redeem himself because even though he was basically cornered on both sides, he was able to survive. And this guy doesn't have a dash. Well, kind of a dash, but it's like a risky one. He just kisses you.
Yeah, it's a somersault, no?
Does a cool kick flip off of you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be looking at an instant replay here. And again, the fight starts off with the RWM. And all the while, Supat try to get onto Mel. Beautiful flicker to avoid that. And then they try to scissor him in. But again, Yetri, Suelo, as well as Nova, they're creating quite a good box around Mel just to make sure that no one gets close enough.
If we're talking about like the box of influence, as most people like to call it, I think that Invictus Gaming understand that a lot of it just is let Suelo start the initiation, right? We don't need too much else. We just want to get the response out of Vamos, and then we can just keep fighting afterwards.
And not to mention Hazel's 3-man energy eruption, right? And that also kept Vamos in place. It's pretty hard for Vamos to cut through just the front line itself. And then you still have to deal with this artillery from MelQT.
Honestly, yeah, it's been a long time, but Eve Fredrin is so disgusting because one of the counters is the Claw, but then the Fredrin kind of deals the Claw. It's kind of like whatever weakness Fredrin has, Eve supplements it, and then whatever weakness Eve has, you know, Fredrin supplements it. Who knew a 200-centimeter guy and a cosmic being is a match made in heaven?
Who knew?
Or hell, depends on which one you prefer.
Look, this is a very diverse lineup, right? You have guys, you have gals, you have tall, you have celestial beings, you have tall people, short people.
Brody's arm is cursed or something.
Yeah,
like
you have bright-skinned people and darker-skinned people. This is everything, you know.
You got a BB
melee,
there.
Magic, classic weapons. Greek gods.
Someone just comes in and punch you in the face.
Yeah.
You would imagine
this is the modern movie cast, by the way. This is what Hollywood envisioned how movies would be.
Okay, I would say that's pretty accurate because okay, no ult there, no Raging Sandstorm for the upcoming fight, and I think this is where Vamos start to take space here.
Yetri is in the flank, and they do see him. And that, his presence is enough to pose a threat. Zeke from behind, trying to look for Suelo. They're trying to burst him out. Suelo is gone! This is what Vamos is good at, to find these nooks and crannies, and MelQT is going to be the main course, and they have just found it. Wisdom Nature, not enough to keep it alive. It does, a Quantum Charge! Last second, Nako really wants it and gets the shutdown. Now Nako out of the fight and is Vamos' way back.
Yo, shout out to Zeke, man. That was sneaky.
That was a good engage. Really, really good engagement. They get a 2 for 3 in favor of Vamos, and now this is going to be the Lord off that one fight. What a confusing puzzle to deal with, man. They are playing very real checkers here.
Over here, we got to look at an instant replay, and I think what Vamos is doing is like, they're showing error, they're showing supply. I mean, like, where are the flankers? Psych is the Gaton Kacha, right? It's smoke and mirrors, and it really made Invictus panic, right? They made it so that we don't know what's going on. We're just going to press buttons and hope it works out.
And they don't have the AOG, so Zkiv can... so Nova, not AOG, the Raging Sandstorm. So Nova can't really have that door stop, right? You can't really ult someone to break the tempo. And now Vamos, just like that, swung a 4K gold deficit around. And Nova Escobar forced to use the quick send guard to keep himself alive, but that dome, Sand, you can only keep him up for so long. Vamos, just like the games that we've seen them play before, gets their way back into the game with just one good fight.
Really good fight, as a matter of fact. And this is why I was thinking that maybe Invictus needed to kind of hurry up on these outer tier turrets, man. Like, Brody can only do so much and isn't exactly known for hard scaling compared to like Claude.
Yeah. I like that. Yes, Invictus kind of made a mistake by not hurrying it up, but at the same time, it's more on Vamos outplaying. So it's really refreshing, but for Invictus, it's not completely over just yet because you just need one good fight and some minions, and Brody can destroy the base super, super fast. But you can already see the problem in protecting this guy. There's just too many ways for people to get him. But I think the first step is actually just to ignore Mel. Mel, you kind of have to defend yourself. We got to take care of Suelo. As long as Suelo is in the fight, they'll figure a way.
He is doing too much damage, man. Too much. He's only got 3 items complete so far, and I think he's on his way. Potentially. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh! Again, the AOG decided to connect, but Suelo assassinated again. Played by the poke. And to what Team Vamos needs to win this, Yetri can only do so much. Trying to wail away the members of Team Vamos, but has to disengage.
Yo, Suelo, man, like, again, it's not super his fault. It's just that Vamos realized, like, Mel is not the guy that we need right now. He's just a device. I don't know, he's just diversion.
Sapa has to use the flicker to get out, but that's what's important in surviving. I mean, Suelo gets to decide. He gets to basically influence where you fight. And without him, there really isn't anything to stop you. And not just that, glowing wand, there's a big chunk of damage taken out. A lot of that life bane also removed from the fight.
Okay, you know what? At this point, someone needs man-to-man defense on Zkiv, because Zkiv is the one enabling all of this.
Yep, this is 3 times that he is found. He got the flicker out of Suelo earlier, and then also got him killed for the next engage.
Man, this... I don't think I've seen a Gatot use a conceal to get into a flank angle. I mean, the last time we saw it was from Witty, but that one didn't end well.
I still remember Zkiv doing it on Badang, man. That was a sick play, and I think that he still has that, and he's really refined it because he's getting it off pretty consistently.
Gatot, Badang. I mean, Badang is understandable, but Gatot is something else.
Well, right now we can see that the Lord has been started up. We got to look at ZK's positioning, and look at Nova. I think Nova thinks that the flank is going to come from that angle, but Zkiv is already showing his face here. It looks like Nova is just going to be clearing the way just to get level 15, but now he's level 15. Is he going to join the fight?
Even Suelo is scared to show himself. That's why Hazel has to clear the side pushes. But every time Suelo is on the map, he gets threatened by Zkiv.
Oh, God, that is so scary, man.
It's going to be a slow burn on the Lord. The good thing is that as long as Suelo gets the free Void Blast, you do kind of shave away the tank HP. So they gotta keep him alive.
Yeah, but it's difficult. It's really, really difficult. And I can understand the problem that Vamos has. They've got a slow pushing wave on that top side now that it's been corrected by Nova Escobar. And now they have to like kind of dance around this Lord, but they don't have enough damage without Natco actively threatening it. And the same can be said about Invictus Gaming, right? Nobody can really rush unless both their damages are there.
And now they're doing it. They're gonna go for the rush. Clockwork playing zoning duty, and Vamos, great housekeeping to get the objective. Their Valkyrie sent to the back line. Nako instantly to the back with Winter Crown blazing to win. MelQT wins the nation to get out, and that is what we've been talking about. The box of influence from Suelo. They lose the entry, but a taunt from Hazel keeps them alive. Clockwork to the back as well. Hazel doing his absolute darnest to keep this game going, but Arrow 404 finds the angle that is needed. And there's no more left for IG. Another and they have gotten this in the bag.
Woo! Error 404, that was clean. Waited in the bush until he got it. His Heptachine C charge, enhance auto, and goes right in for the cash.
Game numero uno for Vamos. And that is step 1 out of 4 to Paris.
But again, this is not something Vamos can celebrate. Number 1, it's a best of 7. Number 2, they have been reverse sweep before. This is just about IG getting as much information as they can. So, and again, we remember what Sapat said. They gotta pace themselves. They cannot go too much. And I think the game 1, this is the kind of energy that we're feeling, right?
Yep.
Macro, not too much fighting, just understanding your opponents. And I think both teams, they understand that this is a marathon. This is not a sprint.
I think we got to pay close attention to the BPMs at the very least, just to know whether or not their heartbeats are going through the roof, whether they are expending that extra bit of energy. Based on what I've seen so far, it's slightly below their averages with a couple of moments, but man, great game so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, I think, the first ever best of 7 for Area 404. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. First time eliminated in the playoffs, that's best of 3. Didn't really play last season. So yeah, I think it's his first best of 7. So it's going to be a true test of this young king.
Woo! This young kid is going to have a lot of work up on his hands. And trying to think, now that they kind of got the information that they are looking for as of right now, whether or not IG have something else in store, right? Because again, this is one of the few times we get to see something else in the gold lane. There's some logic behind it. Maybe it wasn't executed well in the mid game, but for the most part, the concepts were correct.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really a draft kind of thing. It's just a movement kind of thing. I feel like all the while, Coach Jess, as well as Coach Bam, was looking at the movement and be like, okay, you see this angle, you see this pathing, this is something you have to keep in mind.
I think it also came down to not which team made the mistake, but which team made the better play. Yeah. I think Vamos in the last fight, I really thought, Suelo got his RWM off, they should have a chance. But then you have people like Zkif, like Hawkun, like Nako, who are diving in and out of the fight. These hit and runs are actually slowly withering IG down.
And honestly, I kind of feel like this is going to be the battle of the roamers here, because again, both are eyeing for that #1 spot. Right now, it's all Humes, but these are the new generation. Now, here's what I have in mind, right? An upcoming match, maybe Nova needs a hero like a Marcel, like a Hilda, something that can man-to-man defense one person. And I think the person will change. It depends on draft. Either Error, either Sapat, either Zkif. I feel like they need a man-to-man defense just to make sure no one gets to jump onto Suelo, and then either Hazel or Yetri has to be that peeler.
Okay. I'm starting to see the ideas here. I think maybe at the very beginning there was it was a lot easier for Nova to do it because he is on this Khalid, but as the game goes by, it definitely got a lot harder to kind of maintain that. And the same can be said for Zkif. So I think here in game 1, we see a little bit of a reflection of it.
I feel like part of the problem that made it hard for him is both Zkif as well as Sapat can cancel out the heal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think you need something that, kind of like a Hilda. Even if you do get CC a bit, it's not that big of a deal.
Not until and it's not the end of the world, essentially. Now, let's look at our key players of this game. Of course, Rich Guy going over to Era 404. Despite everything that happened in the early game, I would have thought that maybe he started to fall eventually off, but without aggressive movements from IG, he gets an 807.
Yeah, it's also easier for the Gatot to stick onto a target than the Khalid, right? In terms of impact. The Khalid, you need that passive, you need there's a tornado, but for the Gatot, he just wants you to hit him and he'll hit back twice as hard. I think maybe a nitpicking adjustment I would have asked for is probably Nova's using his ult to really stop the dive, but it is so hard when you're dealing with Winter Crown, PMI. It's a lot of things for Khalid to cover.
Pretty dirty mess, but our defeated MVP, of course, going over to Mel QT. I think he played an astonishing game with how much these homing missiles were coming from him from every single angle.
And again, this is the thing about a draft with the Brody, right? It's a ticking time bomb, but more on you only have a few minutes until the opponent just has the better field of vision against you, right? You got to destroy those turrets as quickly as possible. This is why Brody is one of those heroes that actually prioritizes the Malefic gun, because you need penetration. You need to make sure that even if they do build defense items, you can deal with it before it becomes a problem.
Yeah. It's a hero that the game needs to end before the enemy skill.
A reverse Layla.
It's a reverse Layla. Like you're only good when you're ahead. If you're even or behind, the game is done.
Yep. It's just not enough. I don't know.
as much as Brody has like, oh yes, I have some pretty impressive base damage, it just doesn't carry over into the ultra late stages of the game. And then you start to see is, unfortunately for Natko, I feel like he definitely had a rough one this time. Like, how do you get in? Every single time he goes in for at least a blazing duet, gets cancelled out within the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, but in this game, it kind of feels like he's just fireworks. Yeah. Right? He's there to
look at me,
make a lot of sparks happen just to get attention, and all of a sudden, like, why is the Gatot next to me?
Yep.
Right?
He's the one that softens you, and then he peppers you. You're low, error comes in, cleans up.
Spits in your face.
Yeah.
Tenderizes you, really tenderizes you. Makes you nice and soft. Fortunately, that does mean that at least for Invictus Gaming, they're going to need to rethink how exactly they're going to restructure this, because I don't think they did too many mistakes in this game. It's just, man, some of these scenarios are really rough to deal with, and especially when like most of the characters you see are basically at the edges of your screen 90% of the time.
By the way, I think actually the way that Zeke is playing is kind of how Humans played last season. When he got the Gatot, this is kind of like how he plays as well. He flanks from behind, taunts instant AOG.
Yeah, I think this last fight was just brilliant from Vamos, right? Instead of funneling through that one lane, they split into a 2-2 formation.
Yeah.
So wherever Mel go, he's gonna get jumped on.
But I think that was a mistake, huh?
By?
IG, they should have stick to one lane just to like conquer something. Instead, they're like taking bits and pieces here. There's some comps you just gotta commit.
Yeah, I think the tough part was Clawkun. Like when you have a Juicin in your backline and you just, shine a lantern on you, it's very hard to shake that off. I think this is a very good separation of Vamos' formation, right? Like the Clawkun alone is making Hazel second guess. Where do I go? And there really is no right answer here.
Yeah, he just, again, it's one of those simple mythical rank type deals or analysis of just do more damage. Have something that does more damage, right?
Should have killed them faster, you know?
Kill them faster. I think, I don't even think that even if he had carry, this would have been still a pretty difficult game, because no matter what, you just get outranged in a lot of scenarios. And I think that at least this time around, I don't have to worry about Mel QT. Now I'm a little more worried towards Yea 3's matchup, because how many times is he really going to get this Freya?
That, honestly, like, I think his performance has been dipping quite a bit, because at least yesterday we can say SRG keeps on ganking his lane. In this game, sure, maybe some ganks happened there, but it didn't shut him down. It shouldn't shut him down, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Yetri also needs to step up, because this is the Paris, man. You gotta be perfect.
There's no interaction. There's not much interaction in that lane, right? Like Paquito generally ignores you. Like you want to trade with him, sure, he would just clear the wave, bugger off. So he gets this neutral lane, but I want to see more, I agree.
All right, let's have a quick look. The fight for MSC is still here. Now, of course, we have a couple who is already qualified. Of course, it's TLPH, Team Falcons, Pro Esports, Yangon Galacticos, Slango Red Giants, GK Esports, Guangzhou Gaming, and of course, True Rippers, all the way from the MLMs. And of course, there are still ongoing ones like MPL ID, MPL SG, which is happening right now, MTC, which is also happening at the same time, and MCC. So a lot of big names out there.
Yeah, again, the fight for EWC here is gonna be intense, and I don't know, this does feel like going back to 2024. I wonder what kind of meta shift will happen, because I remember some things happening in the advanced server. I just hope, as much as I like Hazel on that red ring just now, we don't see too much tank jungles during EWC, but that's a problem during that time.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And maybe less Harif.
I don't know about that one. I think
I want less Harif and less tank jungle, and then it's good. I don't mind more fighter jungle.
No Harif, good for me. I just don't want to see Harif.
Really? Harif is just the only problem that you have?
I think it just makes it not fun.
I don't know. Because it feels real fun when you're playing on the Infinix GT50 Pro, my guy. Powered by the HydroFlow liquid cooling. No lag, just smooth gameplay, especially when you're dashing around infinitely in your Xamarin Force at 144 FPS with pressure-sensitive GT triggers, which I've accustomed to putting my Xamarin Force on one and the Chrono Dash on the other. Why? Because I can. Tweet.
I want to see Martis.
Dude,
that's so disgusting. But,
that would be disgusting, but we're going to be throwing it over to Poji first. Poji, what are you up to? What's going on your side?
Terima kasih rakan kasta anda kembali bersama saya Poji untuk satu remix call dengan Avatar Legend of Repo. Hello Repo, apa khabar?
Kabar baik.
So, Ripo. So, kenapa tak 100% rambutnya tu gone?
Macam mana sebab dah deal dah Poji. Dah deal sebenarnya Poji. Sebab dah deal cakap kalau Vamos kalah itu hari nak buat rambut Ronaldo. Jadi inilah result dia. Ya.
Itu hasil sebab at first macam aku nampak macam Avatar. Lepas tu yang kedua nampak macam Ronaldo. Yang ketiga ingatkan anak panah GPS. Macam-macam ada kat atas tu.
Anak panah GPS? Ulang lagi.
Tahu tak arrow GPS ni macam turn left, turn right tu anak panah tu dekat dalam map tu.
Ini bukan arrow. Ini tahu tak ini apa di Poji?
Apa tu?
Ini Vamos!
Itulah Vamos sebenar So okay. So hari ni masih menyokong Vamos ke Ripo?
Semestinya lah. Vamos!
Okay, jangan menjerit Ripo. Okay. Kalau Vamos kalah. So dia jadi apa pula lepas ni? Akan habiskan terus ataupun auto jadi V sahaja?
Okay lah. Aku tahu viewers suka dengan challenge. So aku nak buat deal lah. Okay, aku nak buat deal ni. Kalau Vamos menang, rambut aku warna Vamos. Kalau IG menang, aku buat warna IG.
Dia okey. Putih atau hitam lah. Maksudnya putih.
Ya, betul.
Oh, yang kan nak buat yang macam hair tattoo tu, jadi tulis IG kat rambut. Macam shave keliling huruf. Jadi huruf.
Legging.
Okay, Ripo. So, kenapa yang membuatkan kau rasa macam apa-apa hal jadi, Vamos tetap di hati? Boleh tak kongsi kenapa percaya Vamos lebih strong daripada IG sebenarnya?
Sebab sebelum ni hina Vamos. Lepas tu tiba-tiba Vamos buat kejutan. Ya, sebab tu yang macam, what if kita jadi penjilat? kita support Vamos.
So sekarang in the mood of jilat lah, sebab macam kalau kita ikutkan sejarah, sebelum ni awak adalah pemain BTR daripada Indo yang kan dekat Malaysia sokonglah BTRM, rupa-rupanya sokong Vamos. So dia macam kejutan.
Lain, Indonesia dengan Malaysia lain lah.
Tak sama.
Sama tapi lain.
Okay.
Ya.
Jadi Ripo, pada hari ni kan kita nak tanyalah, macam tadi Ripo dah buat janji kan kalau nak buat colour Vamos lah, kalau menang ataupun kalah dan sebagainya. Untuk prediction Ripo hari ni kan, macam sekarang Vamos dah menang 1-0. So seberapa besarkah Vamos akan tutup game hari ni? Sebab hari ni adalah best of 7.
4-2 Vamos.
4-2 Vamos
Ya, betul.
Begitu yakin?
Ya. Kena yakin Poji. Kalau tak yakin, kita tak potong macam ni Poji.
Jadi alright Ripo, kita pun tak naklah curi masa panjang sangat sebab game kena berjalan. Game has to macam, the show must go on. Okay Ripo, anything you nak shout out dekat semua penonton-penonton, viewers yang ada dekat arena ataupun yang tengah tengok stream you, macam mana, anything to say?
Okay. So untuk penonton dekat MPL, thank you so much sebab support MPL. Korang memang the best, menghypekan MPL. Memang korang kata, kalau tanpa korang MPL nak jadi apa? Macam sunyi lah. Jadi korang kena bersyukur Korang kena shout out untuk korang diri sendiri sebab korang sanggup datang MPL, support MPL. To viewer aku, thank you so much. Harap-harap Vamos boleh menang 4-2 Vamos.
Terima kasih Ripo, bye-bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih. Vamos! Ui, marah betul. Tapi itu sahaja calote kita sedikit sebanyak dengan Encik Ripo de Vamos. Dan kita terpaksa mengucapkan selamat tinggal untuk kita terus masuk ke meja panel nak bincangkan game ini, apa bakal berlaku selepas ini. Jom.
Thank you so much, Boji. And there you have it. The words coming in from Ripo himself, now a supporter of Vamos. Hoping that they are going to take this all the way here, boys. Have we developed any newer opinions? Have now, with a fresh mind coming into this, like these players after their break?
So far, according to plan, no, Vamos still looked more solid than IG. But if there's anything that has changed my mind is that at least IG didn't look as shaky as yesterday, right? Just based off of game 1.
Okay, so then what's the prediction now from like, it used to be always going to be 4-0, Vamos going to take it all to now what?
I've always been looking at least 6 games, like 4-2.
6 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually Ripple. I think that, yeah, 4-2, yeah.
What? You guys don't want to go back home early. It looks like it might be a long day today. We'll find out because Vamos will be taking first pick and they got a 68% win rate.
I mean, here's the thing. If it goes all 7 games, I'm just going to sleep here.
Honestly,
you've just given up at that point.
I don't mind 7 games if it's good games.
Well, let's see. We got a player call coming in from Claw Kun. A chance at redemption. Against IG in the past, we've always found it hard to close out games. They often managed to come back against us because we weren't clean in the late game. We usually had the advantage in the early to mid game, but we failed to fully capitalize on it, and we probably didn't know how to properly close the game. Now that we're meeting again, this is our chance to redeem all the past losses.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy losing to the same team 3 times in the same season and now having to face off for only 1 slot to Paris. I can understand the sentiment, but it just makes the win even sweeter, right? It gives them a bigger confidence boost with how they came back in game 1, which is directly contrasting what he mentioned in the quote. Back then, he said they couldn't close out games, but they were clean ahead. In game 1, they were getting dominated, but they came back.
And here's the thing, Vamos does not have any other excuse anymore because they face up against IG 3 times now. Right? They have 3 different times where they see their mistakes and they should fix it by now. And the fact that we didn't see over celebration coming in from Vamos, I feel like step 1, they already got it covered.
This is their 13th game, by the way, against each other.
The 13th game. As we jump right into the drafting phase, let's keep in mind the stakes are high. And whether or not this IG Kryptonite is actually true is up to debate. As we jump right in, random map draw tells us expanding rivers. This will be fast. This will be interesting.
Yep, now that IG is the one that takes initiative to ban out the Fanny, which means Vamos gets 1 extra ban, right? They have to ban the YSS and Marcel. That's a given. But I wonder if they are going to let ban a Freya or let both Freya and Paquito go through.
Freya has been banned. Right now, I'm looking at Harif as well as the Phobius, actually. Right? Because I feel like there's still a lot. Okay, so Phobius has been banned. Vamos is kind of forcing IG to ban out the Harif here.
Yep.
Because Harif so far in the playoffs has only lost 1 game in total.
And that's actually, funny enough, it's SRG who lost that game.
Oh, yeah.
IG.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't have lined up better than that. Could not have lined up. I mean, there are still some other power picks that is under in question as well, like the Guinevere, for an example. I haven't seen much of her. Harif finally gets banned out as expected and called earlier by LaFell. Now, Vamos, his first pick. What would you think? What do we think?
I would go Paquito.
I would go Paquito.
I would go Paquito.
No question.
Or Gwyn. I can see the Gwyn as well, but whew.
It's also Era's pick, but I think Paquito is better.
Yep.
It's too good.
Way better.
Overtuned hero.
I would honestly still, unless Mel is really not confident, I think you take the Claude. I really think you take the Claude. If honestly, Claude, anything. If they don't take the Claude, I think it's in Mel's head. He's like, Coach, I can't use the Claude now.
Honestly, even if they take the Claude, Nako has placed a sick Moskov. They're not worried about this. And Carry. Mars, what do you think? Who would they pick? Thank you for your input.
Great input, Mars.
Great input.
Guinevere alongside with Zhu Xin. It's going to be locked in for the side of IG. Guinevere, okay.
I feel like IG, they're going to go through with that Arlet later on.
Yeah. I have a feeling too.
We'll see. We'll see how this is going to play out.
If I was Vamos, I would feel good enough to pick up a roamer here. Like the Gatot or Kalia or... Yeah, I'll take Gatot.
Do they want to get...
Okay, fine.
They want.
Okay, Claude Eve, you have a good draft.
If you want to keep it simple, yeah, Claude
Eve.
I don't think they can afford that. Can't wait. I'm trying to think of what other relationships there are.
You can take Suyo Claude as well.
You can take Suyo and Claude. I'm okay with that
Suyo
one.
Valentina.
Oh, that's really bold though. Claude, all right.
So okay, wow, it's on that list. It's on the list.
It's on the list. I think this is, I wouldn't say the most flexible because you've already kind of shown what the lanes are going to do, but I think the early game damage is there now. I want to see how IG wants to kind of compensate for it.
Because right now, this is a draft, again, that any marksman is going to have a hard time. You're going up against a CEO, a Paquito, as well as a Claude. There's really not enough room for you to run away. So I'm thinking something like the carry, where you just kill them first.
Yeah.
It's a very straightforward dive comp with multiple ways of entry and exit.
And you know what? Take the either the Gatot or the Kalia or whatever roam, because I don't think IG can afford getting their roamer get destroyed with the drafts.
So you want to take the Cho here.
Or Atlas.
Oh, actually, Atlas.
Let them come?
Benedetta.
Oh, showing it quite early. Okay.
So I was about to bring up the point where we have seen like most XP laners, they either play damage fighters like Kido, Teresa, Yuzong, Lapu, or they have some sort of setup in the pocket, right? Like Lynch can play both Lapu and Arlet, but I haven't really seen that out from Ye3. Aside from the Benedetta, not really much Arlet, not really much Sandbag. It feels like he is sort of in limbo.
I don't know. It's truly up to him. I'm pretty sure that the coaches are giving him options of what to pick. And he basically chooses what he's most comfortable with. Most of the drafting generally looks like that for a lot of teams, and I can only assume the same. But at the end of the day, it's just how much impact he brings, right? As much as, Benedetta, it's a sort of I would say it's a little bit more favored to Paquito because it's a lot easier to execute. It really depends on that eye for an eye later on, but for the most part, should be able to leave the lane about the same time.
I feel Vamos should ban out the Hilda, because I feel like if IG get the Hilda, they can actually deal with everyone from Vamos here.
I agree. Kalea is also something that was mentioned. Pick off heroes with Kalea/Show. I think Hilda is good as well, but they also have the Khalid in the back pocket, right? Nova had a decent Khalid game in game 1.
What does that leave us with?
I don't know. I feel like Khalid is slightly risky against a Paquito. That's the only thing. Like, you can't properly front line. And with the draft that IG has, when they have a Guinevere, you would prefer someone to check the bush and not the Guinevere, right?
I think keep it honest, right? You could just go high loss in those cases if you're looking for someone who actually just needs the front line and you get the access to revitalize as well.
Or Gatot.
Gatot's also good if you want to make it less interactive. But then again, Vamos hasn't really shown what exactly they intend to do with their mid duo. And I think that's what they're holding off at the very end for.
And then banning out the Atlas also opens up that option, right? You don't have anyone to really not just track you down, but consistently disrupt you and your lane partner.
So now I feel like banning out the Gatot would be okay for Vamos here, or picks like the Hilda, like the Cho. I don't see a... If you want to ban a marksman, probably just the Moskov. That's the only one that I feel like will do well against Vamos comp.
Yeah. But make sure you can kite, make sure you can displace.
Because they already have Benedetta that can play long lane. Moskov makes it twice as hard.
See how they want to do this. I think that Vamos should really go for the ban. Honestly, would I prefer Moskov ban here over Cho if I knew what the ideals were? Ban out Khalid.
Give respect to Nova. But then that does open up Cho and Gatot, like either or, unless this is a Gwyn room.
I've thought about it as well, because Hazel has used the Gwyn 2 or 3 times, and I think he only won once.
What if it's a Hayabusa jungle, right? They could still keep his hero for last to see if Vamos' lineup is manageable.
If that's the case, you pick up the Moskov now, and then you let Vamos dwell on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that as well. You keep Hazel's pick for last. At least if the lineup is soft enough on Vamos' side, Hayabusa might do well against them.
All right, let's find out here. Let's find out. Well, he decides to go for the Gatot. Vamos now needs to make some choices.
I think the Gatot is just 100% not to give it over. Not give it over to Vamos. Because it's, I don't know. Personally, for me, Gwyn, Rome, I think it's only Yumes. Only Yumes made it really work. Everyone else doesn't look all that great. And I mean, like, come on. I think Yumes is the only real jungle roam hybrid, because he started off as a jungler and then became a roam.
Yeah, and a lot of heroes now flex into both roles.
Yeah, both are great. Both are great. Matter of fact, need to see this full lineup from Vamos.
I would go for Lilia Cho.
Lilia Cho.
If not Cho.
I still think Valentina is not bad. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Glue. Glue is so forgettable for some reason.
Yes.
He really is, but also pretty good in this particular situation, right? At least now they've got some decent ways to actually chase down their opponents and kind of like try to buy that one frame of CC to get everybody out of there and mitigate the damage from IG.
I think this Glue is trying to make IG confused. Do you want the Moscow or do you want to carry? Right? Are you scared of the glue or not?
Yeah.
Personally, I would be. I would be.
If this was Vamos, they would 100% pick carry.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure about IG. I feel like if you just want to give comfort and confidence, it's probably going to lean into the Moskov.
Actually, I will go for carry.
I am vengeance.
They wouldn't.
Why would you go for the carry, Lafel?
Because there's a lot of pickup, but not necessarily a lot of damage.
That is true, but they can also play the long.
And knowing Mel, he could screw over the engage. He could spear a Misery-dom out of the box.
That's why you give him Moskov, so his job is to play the long lane. Send him far and out.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's always the right direction.
It is like
facts.
You screw up one time, you're playing the long lane.
I don't want you. Hazel's just screaming at him. I don't want you near my turn. All right. With that being said, let's look at our versus screen here and really summarize the entire thing. Team fight composition, but really great engage tactics from the side of Invictus. They have good ways and potential snowball compared to Vamos. They're the ones who have to play slightly differently and play off of their big advantages.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, the lower bracket finals continues here. Invictus Gaming against Team Vamos in game number 2. This time Vamos finds himself on the blue side with IG on the red. And then Yetri Benedetta that took a game off of SRG yesterday is now in that XP lane.
Yeah, Yetri's papping is just to make sure that the proxy is not going to happen. For now, we're looking at mid here. Suelo is doing quite a good job against Klakun as well as Zkif, but looks like they're all just trading HP.
And honestly, it's not the greatest trade in the world, especially since Z can basically fight forever. Oh no!
Oh, actually got his flick out.
I think he was so scared that Hazel's going to jump.
Yeah.
Yep. And with Yetri around, he has to petrify too. So this is not going to be an easy contest. The little one still goes over the arrow 404, and Yetri should be able to get out of this.
Yeah. But still a good info, knowing that the Petrify has been used onto arrow 404, maybe making it so that Spet can go just a little bit more aggressive than he was planning to.
Yeah, no, I think that no matter what, Spet was always going to be aggressive in these parts, with or without the Petrify, unless he's below 50. But man, this day are suffering. Zkif playing a more controlled game, really putting the hurt onto Nova.
Yeah, looking at the Master Assassin as well onto Mel. I think really is like, okay, just in case, long lane. You can win a 1v1, right?
Just in case.
Just in case, long lane.
No pressure, it's just one other guy.
Yep. I might not have Brody to hard win the lane, but I have Master Assassin.
Yeah.
Extra numbers.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see whether or not it's going to cost him later down the line or not. Looks like, at least for Nako, he's going to be trying to sustain as hard as he possibly can. Now,
actually, now that I think about it, like, yes, Master Assassin in case you want to split, but I think maybe it would have been better if Mel actually took something defensive for his second slot.
I mean, if you want to split Weapon Master, it's not a bad idea. They do get the knockoff though. The combo is going to be perfectly executed, and that's first blood for Hazel. You're going to be traded back by Sapat, like a final blow from Yetri, dives the backline, and Sapat will have to flicker away, but Yetri finds error, and that's a 2-for-1 for IG.
Good chase, good chase. I like this idea now. Now the Benedetta makes a little bit more sense, because I think Invictus Gaming have realized, hey, a lot of the heroes we have to deal with from Vamos have a lot of mobility, or are just really hyper tanky or super sustainy, right? But the important thing is that most junglers that we see from Arrow 4-4 have mobility. Gank on Ye3 though. Oh,
yeah, he's dead. No more eye for an eye. There's no getting out of this one. Zkif with a great setup.
This is something that Yetri has to be careful of as well. He also overheats. I think this is from the CG time. He plays kind of like Chiku. But not at that level just yet.
And then the flick forward should result in Suelo's step 2. Zkif just... What a menace on the glue he is. They are going to make an attempt in the bottom lane and to get Nako's Purify out.
That was looking real good. I'm not going to lie, I blinked and I thought I was watching Rossi for a second there, and I saw it was Zkif. Nasty stuff, really good stuff.
Yeah, again, like amazing roamer, and it's just going to get worse.
Oh, I'm not really sure if he can do much about this. Yeah, that's the retry steal. So you don't even ults for this, though. Bit of a blunder there from IG, and Sapai will cash in on some extra gold.
Unlucky. Very, very unlucky there. But Ye3 can't really make the commitment. He didn't have the Petrify at the time, and now that he has his ult, at the very least,
He's looking to make some kind of impact later down the line.
Yeah, right now for Invictus, it's really on Hazel to kind of disrupt ZK, because unless the jump gets onto the glue, they're not going to be able to kill him, because throughout this playoff, that's the only way the glue looks vulnerable. You get kicked, you get knocked up. Some kind of chain CC is good enough. So, yeah, I guess it's between Hazel and Suelo, but more on Hazel.
Oh, still didn't get it.
I think, unfortunately, I think it's got to be somebody else. And I can't see another person who can willy-nilly just get their ult down for free.
Oh, they're going to make an attempt with a full combo, but that's going to be Purify out. Stolen Crimson Beacon to get out of the fight.
Yeah. Again, this is the unfortunate thing, because I agree with Gideon, like, Hazel might not be the best person to just straight for this glue, but who else is going to be there? And you see that Hazel, the problem is if you don't catch the glue, right? The glue is going to slam over you, going to put a lot of the glue links, and there's like, okay, now that you're stuck, what are you going to do? Where's the follow-up?
Yep.
That's the dichotomy that we have to deal with here. If you don't catch the glue, any good engage will look mediocre at best.
Yeah, I think the worst part is that even if if you don't catch the glue, it's almost guaranteed the glue can get on top of you and immediately go and ult you out of position, with even though you have spatial migration, right? You are not safe from the slam range.
And they haven't gotten the glowing one yet onto on Suelo, so no life bane for IG. It's not going to be an easy fight. They need a full combo, but even then requires some serious commitment, and ZK has no problem doing so. Suelo already out of the fight, and without him, it's not going to be anything that they can do. Maybe they can turn on the ZK and finish him off with a Violent Requiem, and they finally do so, but Arrow 4-4 in the back with some low health members. That slowly goes absolutely wide, and IG will find two.
Yeah, and again, that's where we see that it can work out for Invictus if they catch the glue first, but I think that was just all planned, you know? Zeke's like, I die. It's okay. We're just going to make sure that this turtle is 100% secured.
And honestly, not the worst trade in the world, other than the fact that Arrow 4-4 died, but not much of a conversion we are seeing from Invictus. We still see that Team Vamos is the majority of the lead. I mean, it's free.
Not what, again?
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is why I say, I think he just has the Chico guy's mentality. The moment I feel like I can kill you, I just can't outplay everything.
But more so, there was clear vision of Clockwork.
I know. Again, Chico mentality, they were on the same team. Chico was his boss. Think about all the brainwashing that must have been done for 3 months.
You're the best EXP. Like.
you just put him in a chair with zip ties, and Chico's just like, can you win a 1v3?
So,
can you win a 1v3? Yes, sir!
So this is what happens when Coach Bam's speech backfires, you know? You can do great things. And that one might not be great enough. MelQT with the reposition. And that is sufficient to keep alive. Suelo comes in, and that is going to be the perfect follow-up. Set up by Suelo, follow-up by Hazel. Zekim goes down, Clockwork in the mix, and Nako comes in swinging. But the damage is going to be there to force Nako back. They lose Hazel in the process. 1-4-1 in the top lane. But Yetri, here he comes again. There's no way in though. Stolen Electro final blow. Yetri, where's the way out? Tries to outplay this, but once more slain.
Remember the programming. 1v3. Can you win it out?
You can do great things.
It's the sleeper agent mentality, but now it's not over yet. They get the Paquito, they're going to get one.
Oh, good dodge, but Arrow is in. Mel will survive, but maybe not Suelo. And unfortunately, Nova misses the mark with that out.
So again, Invictus, just make sure you get Zekiv out of the pool, and then everything else will just fall on you. But Yetri again, like, what do you say about that? You know, he has the right mindset, but maybe hold back just a little bit.
He's not thinking about conditions, and I think that's the main issue, right? Well, let's quickly look at...
He needs to be less confident.
It happened 3 times, but it's weird it happened 2 extra times than I would have liked.
Look, it has happened too many times. Even in yesterday's game, some of those ganks are like fairly obvious if you're just, you know, looking at the map, or at the bare minimum, just keeping track of the enemy jungler, right? I think that's the big issue, is that Yetri is not considering some of these extra factors. He's expecting a standard game, and Vamos don't play like that.
Vamos love these odds. Nova missing the taunt. That will be little for IG. We're looking at a almost 4,000 goal lead for Vamos, with the Lord more than a minute spawning on the top side. Map control You would think that by now IG have some side lane control with the Venom Moskov, but that's not the case. They do jump GK, but no follow-up is used, and Hazel forced to ult in that position. He will be cut down. They do bring Stefan back, and Valkyrie is out of the fight, unfortunately, and that gives Error the room to make plays. ZK gets carried over by the AOG, but Error is in, and he finds 3.
Now really taking this lead to another level here. Air 4-4, despite the 2 deaths, able to clean it up. Skypiercer stacks what he lost, now reclaimed very quickly.
What are you doing?
All right.
What? What are you doing?
Okay, you know what? What if the coach is talking behind the scenes? They're like, how good are you in EXP, Darmu?
Not even gorgeous?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Gorgeous.
Whatever considering Gorgeous,
I
no?
forgot about it. Actually, you know what?
Sitting in the crowd is just like that.
Actually, you know what? Maybe it's better to put in Gorgeous. At least he plays the tank so that Hazel can play the assassin.
At least he can pick Gatot and go
Yes! Yes!
Good lord, that's 4 times, by the way.
I can't.
Look, again,
We're done with Mel, now we got Year 3.
Dude, CG reprogramming is absolutely real.
Yep.
It's a conspiracy in the works, but at this point, the proof is there before the question has been asked.
Just say the key phrase and the sleeper agent activates.
Yep.
Maybe the key phrase is that you can do it. It's like, you can do it. Coach is telling you, you can do it. It's like, I can do it.
Oh, good lord.
Clear the wave.
After this, I'm gonna call it. He's gonna try to steal the Lord.
He's gonna. I think
he will.
Honestly, that's a lot more plausible.
Yeah.
At least it amounts to some possibility.
Yeah.
The past 4 deaths, nothing.
All right. Let's find out right now. Because he's got Petrify, he's got us all, but Natko is the one poking him out, and he's already used BMI.
Can he do it?
Oh.
They find a knockout on the Subpad. That is going to be a good angle in for the punish. Subpad goes down, but there's no Electro final blow, so easy Lord for Arrow 404. The rest of ENG looks to walk away. Hawko is getting stalled out, but Natko separates the battle line, and Nova gets out of there. Yetri dies, but for a purpose. Snell will now get some damage done in the bot lane.
Yup. He's gonna get a free T2 on the bottom side. The Lord still fell into the hands of a team of... Snell
Unfortunate. Okay, that was just unfortunate, okay? He tried to recall, but the thing is, he had Flicker and he had time. He could have just walk, dash, and then if someone gets close, Flicker away, but...
he forgot what map it was.
No, it's...
There's no way he's gonna get to me before I... Oh yeah, it's expanding river.
Yeah, it's that river. You follow the stream and suddenly speeds up the rotation. And now synchronized waves in 3 lane. Ooh, yeah, 3. Okay, he survives this time.
He needs to breathe. He needs to breathe. Like, his heart rate is slowly climbing up now to 90. He's got to figure something out. They got to talk to each other.
Yep. And there's some pressure, but the dive for Vamos, this is what they're good at. Hazel is gone, Melkity is dead, and Vamos are looking for the second step to Paris. Arrow 4-4 just doesn't make it close. 3 dead on IG side.
Okay, you know what? Invictus, they're the reverse Team Ray. They are the reverse Team Ray. They have a pretty good mid trio.
Look, if they are the Kryptonite, if they drop this game and reverse sweep after, I don't know what to tell you, because they're going for the end now from Vamos' side.
If they do that, they will be the true Kryptonite. Hazel is going to be back right now, but there's some many ways to do it. And there goes Nova. He's dead. Melkity, SOD. Got to deal with the wave first, but the rest of Vamos focuses on what's important, and Vamos are now halfway there.
Dang. What a way to drop a game here, but at least for Vamos' side, they'll take these wins.
I'll take these wins.
Path of least resistance, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You look at Mel's face, even he's like, oh, bro, like that didn't feel good for me.
It's like, bro, come on. I got 2 good games. Maybe 1 bad death.
1 bad death. It's snowballed, dude. It's snowballed. Very out of control there. They need a reset. They have to reset for the side of IG.
Yes, they need to reset. And I think you said it correctly. The path of least resistance. Get an assassin on Hazel. You know what? Stop this nonsense. You know what? Yetri, you know what? You're going to use a hero that has a lot of HP and that's it. And then Mel, You can push towers. Let Hazel get a Savage and then you're good.
Because we look at yesterday, the games that even when they lost to SRG, but games that they were ahead, they were able to fight back. Hazel was on Assassin.
Yeah.
Hayabusa, I don't know, give it a Nola, give it a Suyo, give him whatever that allows him to deal damage. LQT has already fixed those bad habits from yesterday. The win condition was on Hazel and Suelo, but we haven't seen that just yet.
I think tank jungle is good to practice, but once you secure Paris.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Go to the off-season, then keep on doing it until you get it.
Yeah, we're trying to put tape on an engine, a leaking engine here. It is a tough situation to be in, especially when Arrow 4-4, despite still feeling under the weather, is killing it with his Suyo. Man, every time he's got Sky Piercer, he just gets max value.
Kill him 2 times, doesn't matter. He just recovers, gets the Sky Piercer, gets 8 kills in a row.
Dude, when he's on the CEO, it reminds me of the first time Lancelot was, releasing to the game, where his second skill basically does 80% of your HP.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I believe it was. Okay, right. I'll bring this up when it's more relevant, because there's one hero that makes me feel so old because it was released 8 years ago.
All right.
I believe it was Lilia.
No, you're joking.
Like, try to think about that. Lilia was released 8 years ago? I can't remember, but it was a mid laner. And it's like something that's still relevant today, but it was released 8 years ago.
Farsa?
Okay.
No, it's not Farsa.
When was...
No, Farsa was still part of like the base pack.
Wait, it might be Odette.
Oh,
okay.
Was Odette part of the base pack?
Lilia was released 6 years ago.
6 years. Ah, okay.
What was the 8-1?
Look,
Which mid laner MLBB was released was in 2018. Okay, in 2018.
2018. What was in 2018?
All right, here's the list.
Lunox?
Get ready.
Even...
Lunox, Harry doesn't count, Valir. Lunox and Valir.
Lunox and Valir.
It might be Lunox then. Might be Lunox then. Was that 8 years ago?
2018. It is 8 years ago.
That's wild. That's like a year before.
So yeah, before I graduated school.
Yeah.
Look, after. Sorry, after. Yeah,
because I was doing the mental math. I was like, wait, hold on. What?
After I graduated high school, after.
I feel so old.
Hey, time only moves forward, unfortunately. And Vamos, they might be that next generation that everyone's going to keep their eyes upon. Fortunately for IG, the polish, they're losing that polish.
Yeah, they're forcing things out. They're tilted too early. Like, you don't see it with the hardest, but it's like, the way that they play, if I switch tilted with desperate, I feel like that's the call. Because you see Hazel trying to make a desperate catch and ends up, not working out. Yetri tries to outplay a desperate kind of play. It didn't work out.
I think
you guys got to help me out. I cannot see this.
Don't worry. I think a lot of it has to do with tilt, right? Because just look at the pathing that we see here from Arrow 404 side. When he decides to find those two hero kills that he gets pretty early on in the game, and this is from 0 seconds all the way to 8 minutes. A large part of it is on his side of the map, making sure that he is heading towards the EXP. You're finding those opportunities to get those ganks in, and it happens a little too consistently. Not to mention that at the very least, having assistance from, well, I wouldn't even just say your mid-trio. Just support alone, that early game damage makes all the difference for junglers.
Hey, don't forget about the glue, man.
Yeah,
like, that guy is a menace.
He is a problem. He is a problem. Very frustrating to deal with.
This is probably like the only good play, I guess, from the Benedetta this game, where he locks onto Area 4-4, gets the job done, but after that, it's just... This one is like, okay, happened once, whoopsie, my bad.
Yep.
And then he does it again, and again, and again.
Yeah. Again, yesterday there was an excuse, today there's no excuse.
Yep.
Like yesterday, the death came to you, now you're just going to the death.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him, but hey, there's still time to recover. It's a best of 7 for a reason. It's a marathon, so we need to see that mental reset, because I feel like it's not even desperate. They were playing really tilted. Yeah, 3 especially, right? And even for Hazel, sometimes like forcing some of those plays, I'm not sure was the right call, even if you do have Winter Crown, but I don't know, that's just me.
That's the Hayabusa mentality, right? Because you see an opportunity and you know you can get a kill. Honestly,
take it.
Honestly, in the last instance when he caught ZK, if he had Winter Crown, he would have been fine. The reason why he had to jump away was because Suyo was there. Because look at Suyo. Look at how much he can delete your HP.
Yep.
He's a nuke.
He is a nuke, especially with so many stacks of Sky Piercer. Either way, still very difficult games here to watch, especially when IG is losing with such a whopping lead from Vamos' side, and the mistakes that were had, it felt inevitable.
Yeah, we've seen both sides of both teams. Vamos can come back from a deficit, and they can play extremely well from ahead.
I feel like the problem with high stakes games, like yesterday against SRG and today against Vamos, is that you don't need an analyst to tell you where it went wrong, right? Because if it's plainly obvious, it kind of hurts to talk about it.
Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. You know,
like,
not the biggest deal in the world.
It's like right in front of our eyes, you know, like someone is clearly throwing the game.
Yeah, and this is the POV coming in from Era 404 in that sequence. Like, he's not, this one especially, 1, 2, dead, gone, 2 buttons.
Hey, never doubt the Uchiyas.
They just figure it out. They just figure it out a lot. And I do hope that they...
The fact that Yeshi tried and then he wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It's not even near. It's not even near on that one.
Oh, God.
Hopefully, you know, the amnesia meta comes into play here. You know, you know, short-term memory. Forget about that.
Maybe that's why he keeps diving.
It's like, guys,
forgetting,
what happened?
It's like, what do you mean I died?
What do you mean I died? Huh?
It's like, look at your KDA. It was something else.
KDA doesn't matter. It's about what matters is heart.
Coach Ban cracking his knuckles. I'm going to give you a lobotomy.
It's going to be... I think there's definitely a conversation that needs to be had. Hopefully, the IG definitely need to mentally reset. But let's say we're on the opposite side, right? We're Jesven. We're Coach Bam. We're the secret shadow council that helps them with the draft. Where do we attack them?
Yo, Hazel Hayabusa. And then that's step 1. All the other steps will fall in place.
Really? That's all we need?
I think just dial it back to what made them good in the earlier state. Just Hazel Esports.
Just Hazel it up, man. All right, we'll find out.
Hazel it up,
and maybe he gets to be cultured by Todak, because we also have the Todak X MPL collaboration merchandise. So come visit the Todak booth at the MPL MY Arena for more merchandise and, of course, more details. Don't forget, use Todak X MPL if you want to buy anything. Use that code.
Yeah.
Discounts. All right.
Because if I was Coach Jazz, I'm like, okay, it's between Phobius, Terizla, and what other tanky EXP that I'm not thinking
Alice,
about?
Arlet, Uranus.
Yeah, exactly. Those heroes.
Yeah, half of those heroes you don't see at the MAL MY Season 5 playoffs, which will take place in the 11th to 13th of June at U Plaza South MSU Campus Shah Alam. So come and show your support and encouragement for the Academy League players as they battle it out on the playoff stage. Don't forget to follow the official MALMY social media for updates on the match schedules, event timings, and of course, all the information has been on social media. Go check it out there.
Sunfrost is going to be there.
Oh, he is. Fun.
Yeah. Hopefully he wins.
He has had a very eventful season with MPL and MAL.
Yes. Extremely. We always support our boys, but for the upcoming game, it's going to be a little tougher to get behind what IG is trying to do, especially with the way that they are playing. But recovery is going to be key in those moments, right? I think this is where we see IG be put in the forge of fire, put in the kiln. It's hot. It's either they break and split or they get stronger. With that being said, we're going to be turning it over to our host, Rose, alongside with Fuji. What are you guys up to? What's going on? What's happening on your side?
Hello guys, selamat kembali ke Game Break interview bersama dengan Rose, Puji, and of course tetamu special kita hari ini. Kita ada Ombong, Fix dan juga Solas. Wah. Okay, Ombong. Soalan yang pertama. Minta maaf cakap lah sebab Flash tak berjaya pergi jauh, kalah awal kan.
Okey dah Puji. Okay.
Tadi untuk hari ni, Ombong sokong siapa?
Disebabkan Flash tak lepas playoff, hari ni semua Vamos kan? Semua Vamos Saya berhaluan kiri, saya pilih Invictus Gaming. Yeah.
Wow. Sokong IG. Adakah itu tanda-tanda IG akan balik awal?
Oh my god, Rose.
Sorry. No, tak personal tapi itulah.
Tadi, sabar.
Roasting.
Okay, Rose Puji, tadi tak silap aku masa kita watch party kau Vamos tu.
Kau jangan kantoi.
Kenapa? Oh, sebab crowd dekat luar tu Vamos. Okey,
Dia ikut situasi. So kita pun ada Fix dan juga Solos dekat sini. Tapi kalau kita berbandinglah dengan musim-musim sebelum ni, apa yang Fix dan juga Solos rasa tentang era baru kita ni?
Era baru kalau aku dulu Okey, kalau aku yang kita dah masuk partnership kan, betul tak? Okey. Nampak player-player pun dah makin improve. And kita nampak muka-muka baru, bukan dah muka sama je kan. Contohnya macam siapa, macam Hazel. Tak tahu, aku memang respect kat dia sebab dia improve lah. Makin lama makin improve. Dia most improved player kan season ni?
Belum lagi, tapi Rising Star.
Oh, Rising Star improve lah tu kan?
Yes, tak, dia tengah macam
tak?
naik.
Rising Star, okay.
Tengah rise.
So, ya, aku happy lah tengok season ni. Makin banyak improvement season ni. Yes.
Solos pula?
Lebih kurang macam dia juga. So makin improve. Dalam masa sama dia mungkin akan lagi berkembang lagi akan datang. Di mana sebab sekarang ni tim-tim luar dah masuk kan. So dia lebih ke arah macam benda ni nampak lagi proven, nampak lagi legit. So banyak lagi lah investor luar akan masuk ke franchise dan sebagainya. So dia akan membuka banyak mata lagi dari segi ibu bapa, remaja dan sebagainya. So diorang lebih tahu macam mana ke depan, diorang tahu nak buat apa. Sebab kalau sebelum ni diorang mungkin tak tahu kan. Tapi bila dah masuk fasa ke franchise, orang investor pun lagi nampak yakin yang MLBB ni boleh go big. So dia just bermain dengan waktu je lah nanti.
Weh, Solos tengah cakap pasal investor. Duit masuk. Tapi nak tanya, kalau Ombong ke IG, Vamos dengan Fix, belah mana pula?
Oh, Vamos. Vamos. Memang kau kejut.
Kenapa terkejut tadi? Tak bawa tanya tadi kan?
Tak terkejut pun. Vamos juga?
Saya Vamos.
Oh, kita tak kawan dengan diorang.
Soalan je kau buat haluan kiri ke, Bong?
Kita sabar. Bila dia cakap dia adalah Vamos dekat situ kan, dia kena buktikan dengan cantik-cantik dia macam halau Vamos 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 bosan. Semua orang dekat dalam dewan dekat rumah tak pernah dengar canting IG.
Okey, ni menarik. Rose pun tak pernah dengar.
Kita akan buat.
Okey.
Jadi korang pergi sana, kita pergi sini. Tak apa. Kita guna satu. Okey, game-nya simple. Ombong akan lead korang untuk canting IG. Okey, this is it. Ombong, buktikan IG ada canting.
Okay guys, cantingnya simple. Mungkin aku cakap let's go, kamu cakap IG. Let's go IG. Gitu. Okay kah? Okay kah Puji?
Boleh.
Simple. Kasih bising.
Sekejap. Sebab kita tahu benda ni first time.
Okay.
Cuba rehearsal.
Okay, rehearsal. Let's go. Itu dong. Itu loh guys.
Alright.
Okay.
Yang betul.
Real lah. Satu. Let's go. Yeah.
Okey, kita tengok apa Vamos boleh buat.
Kejap. Side dorang tengah semangat. So, I rasa Rose nak tanyalah. Sebelum ni, Vamos belum menang lawan IG untuk musim ini. You guys rasa Vamos boleh ke menang hari ni? Dah 2-0 dah ni.
Sejujurnya, kita pun aku tak berani nak cakap sebab IG pun terkejut tu sebab dia reverse sweep hari tu kan dengan Vamos kan. So aku rasa Vamos inilah waktunya kau nak prove yang kau boleh kalahkan IG. Serius.
Los? Boleh?
Boleh je. Sebab itu hari diorang lebih ke arah terkejut kan. Sebab
terkejut?
Dia kalah. Dah dua lah. Tiba-tiba kena kalah sekali. So terkejut. Itu yang boci sampai demam tu. Tapi kalau hari ni mungkin dah kurang sikit. So terkejut tu dia rasa dia dah adapt lah. So kalau kata kena satu sekali pun takkan lah sweep rasanya.
Takkan lah. So I rasa yang akan buat kita terkejut adalah Chan Vamos sebab Fix yang akan lead.
Oh, aku
betul?
Boleh.
Alright, so jap. Chan mana yang you nak buat?
Okay. Aku cakap hala, korang cakap Vamos, okay? Alright. Yeah. Bangat Halo!
Wow. Cerita dia sekarang, diorang dah praktis banyak season. Invictus Gaming baru season ni. Tunggu next season. Ombong akan tulis skrip lain-lain lagi, betul?
Betul, tapi season depan aku flash, sorry ya. Sementara.
Sampai playoff.
Ya, sampai playoff. Ya.
Di rumah singgah.
Ya, rumah singgah.
Maksudnya dia cakap next season Flash tak lepas playoff juga.
Oh, janganlah.
Dia yang cakap. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hopefully you guys enjoy Nobody kat luar dan juga vibes kali ini. So Poji, mari
Tanpa kita membuang masa, kita terus nak masuk ke meja panel semula. Nak tengok sama ada IG mampu bangkit kembali untuk game ni. Jom masuk.
Thanks, Rose, as well as Boji. Again, having our retreamers here and some famous people come in the middle of these breaks to give a little bit of time and energy to this crowd as the teams go back in.
IG reset. IG, you gotta reset. Like, game 2 was not it. Game 1 was okay.
It was okay, yeah.
Game 2 was kind of like going backwards.
Now, another question is, right, we saw them do the reverse sweep 2 days ago.
Yes.
What was the key to enabling that to happen? Because it didn't come out of nowhere.
Vamos make mistake game 3 and game 5. Right, game 3, remember that Vamos was in the base of the enemy, and that time Hazel was using the Baxia, right? And then they got a good catch, and then they just started controlling the map from there. And in game 5, it was a super throw. It was more on Suelo keep catching Nako on the Moscow with the Zushin.
Yep.
But it was Vamos controlling the entire game. It's just that at the Lord phase, they start making mistakes.
And it's hard, right? Again, even though like those moments felt so good for Arrow 404.
So Vamos don't throw.
Yeah, we're looking at Vamos. It's like, please don't. You cannot drop the ball, especially with 2 clean games and IG making mistakes like this. I feel like right now, Arrow 404, he's playing in a pretty good form right now, enough to take on Hazel here while he is still off of his main junglers.
Yeah, I think in overall, like with their tenure in MPL MY, Hazel statistically has made it further than Arrow 404 in both his seasons, right? But this is the first time, this is the furthest both of them has actually made it to, because Hazel finished 4th last season, but only one of them can go Paris. And I gotta say, Arrow 404 is starting to have his numbers, and it's not even Hazel's fault.
Yep. Yeah,
it's definitely not his fault.
I think that Arrow 404 has put it. Oh, he hit it!
Got a foil.
Nicely played. I think Arrow 404 is coming to a point where he's put enough repetitions in high stakes matches that we're not seeing the quote unquote, I'm feeling nervous about this anymore, especially in the locals. What makes me concerned about is that if he gets a ticket to Paris, I think he might just
he just has to get sick.
He just has to
he's like, I'm more sick than nervous.
All right, let's look at the player code coming in from Hazel. One more step to the grand finals. In our match against SRG yesterday, we were able to take the lead. The difference was that
they capitalized
on our mistakes at the same time. We got a little too hyped and lost our focus, which ultimately cost us the match. I still believe our chances of winning the championship this season are very high. I don't want to let that opportunity slip away. But first, Vamos, I'm sure we'll beat them for the 4th time in a row.
Imagine how he's supposed to be feeling. It's like, yesterday, Mel didn't do well, give him a pack talk. And then today's yesterday, it's like, bro, come
the
on.
other side lane, you know?
Yeah, it's like, could you guys like
please, like side lanes, please.
Yeah, but then Mel and Yetri went up to him. It's like, okay, pick your poison. Either he sucks or I suck.
Honestly, I would rather Mel suck.
Dad, which one of us do you love more?
Okay, you would rather Mel suck if Hazel is on Assassin, but if he's on a tank, I think you would rather have Yetri sucking.
Hey, they have 2 subs for both bros.
EXP needs to lock in, man.
Look,
they need to lock in.
IG has substitutes for both bros.
Yeah.
It's a Darmil. That's an option.
Funny how that works, huh?
Yeah.
They only have substitute for the side lane.
All right.
Now we know why.
There's only one answer. Nova X Kobar, it's time for you to throw the game so that everybody else does better.
Nova throws the game.
If everybody else does better, how can you really complain, right? All right, we get Pac first. Again, looking at the draft.
It's the same bans and etc.
Except for the Marcel.
No, Marcel was banned as well.
Yep.
No, it's the same.
Yeah, exact same ban.
Okay.
The order is different. Is that the Fanny was banned second, but this time Fanny banned third. Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, so we get the same opening.
Not same opening, because they pick up Zushin as well as apa nama tu?
Do it in BM. We'll translate it for you.
Okay, wait. Just have to wait for the famous draft.
Gwyn.
Yeah, the Gwyn.
Yeah, it was Gwyn and the Zushin. Sorry, I had to think in Spanish.
Yeah, the thing is Spanish.
Funny how that works out.
It's clear. It was clear that he was not thinking in English at that point in time. I could see it in his face.
I think Glue is still a solid pick here.
Very good pick.
Or the Gwyn now gets picked up. And I guess carry, yeah, that's carry.
Preventing IG from picking up something like the Glue, and maybe Nako is just like, hey, it has been a few games since I used the carry.
And
So
Nako is, I think
Yeah,
it's gonna end it.
Yeah.
Make it quick and painful.
Do they just... No. Suyo feels so bad here. Even though there's like plenty of opportunities, and honestly, Suyo is probably going to be the best way to kind of fill in the gaps, but there's just so many vulnerabilities, so many ways you can get canceled out, whether it's Magic Thump or Knockout Strike.
Yeah, right now it's difficult for the roam actually, because you pick a front line, carry's there. You pick a disruptor, the Paquito is there. So they pick up. Now this is gonna be interesting.
We're going pretty deep down the pocket.
But now Vamos, they banned Fredrin and they're looking very good already.
Yeah, I think it banned Fredrin. If Baxia isn't too bad, but Fredrin comes first.
Yep.
Has to come first.
We'll see whether or not this might be an Arlet setup here for the side of IG as well.
I almost don't want that to happen.
Yeah, but I think it all depends on the Fredrin. If Fredrin is available, then yes, it is a possibility. If not, don't have to think about it.
There's still mid heroes that can deal with like the shortcut. Hasn't been shown by Vamos before, but teams like SRG and CG at some point in time has heroes like Odette, even though he's not meta right now. What about Valir? I don't think about it.
Not the worst, but most of the time, it just means that Chip is not going to attack wherever the Valir is going to be, right? You're always looking for picks on the opposite side of the map, and generally speaking, your team fights, you'll need somebody to open the map up anyways, right? So that's technically 2 roles you have to kind of cover for. Valentina already gone. Baxia going to be the follow-up here. Fredrin is probably the follow-up from Vamos. IG, what else is there to worry about?
They were hovering the Kalia earlier. I would actually ban out the Gatot.
Yeah.
I would actually ban out the Gatot.
Get rid of the
Gatot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, you jump in with the portal and then everyone gets taunted and not going to have a good time.
Yeah. Atlas is
Atlas
also
too,
something, a cause of concern.
I think it should ban. Maybe they're banking on that they have a carry, so they're not too afraid of the Fredrin. Maybe.
Could be.
I mean, I feel like carry as well as the Gwyn, if it's an honest Fredrin, you're able to deal with it. So they're banning out a Harley.
Yeah.
So they're willing to let the Fredrin through. Ooh.
I mean, I feel like they kind of got everything they need at this point, right?
Another one would be... never mind, it's too hard to play. It's like the Joy or the Nolan, right? Both aren't that good.
I mean, both have its plus and minuses. It really depends on how well Chip is able to engage and everybody kind of coordinates on that attack. I think by far the safest would be either like Nolan or even Suyo in these positions, but at the same time, 1 CC and it's over for you.
Like, do you pick Yetri's hero now and keep Hazel for last?
I don't think there's any other...
I want a Lapu, actually.
You want Lapu? I think
You and me,
they go for Fredrin.
you should.
So they go really by the book.
Right now, they really don't have enough damage. So Yetri has to pick up something that can have at least 1 damage item.
Lapu, Yuzong. Or you just overload the carry, right? You just have beefy enough members to stall her out while everyone takes care of her. But then you don't have damage.
Nah, you're gonna go Arlet. I think this has to be an Arlet angle or like a Bene angle for the side of IG. Yuzong is gonna get kited out.
Yeah, I think Banner is better, right? Like
Lapu.
Well, now that is a
now it's
problem.
Badang.
Now it's Badang Zetian.
You know, this is a long shot. A hero that can use Dispel Vengeance might help out. I'm thinking like a Tamos, but so far only Cram has used the Tamos.
Tamos, surprisingly enough, can just nosedive the carry.
And he don't care that he gets caught by the Badang. I feel like every other damager, even the Lapu, doesn't want to face the Badang.
I don't know. I just feel that like anybody who is auto attack based really just hates Badang in the first place for how often you kind of cancel autos, cancel abilities. The mini stuns are just a lot more frustrating to deal with overall.
Ooh.
I mean, not to mention that they've got like a full wombo combo here for the side of Mambo. So unless they need, I think they need disengage. Lapu has CC immunity to maybe buy some time for those moments to happen.
Now here's the thing. That Badang is the key winning pick here.
Yep.
It just has to counter the chip.
It's the ZK special too.
That's it. Dude, Vamo's having a good draft here.
Really great stuff. Really great stuff.
I mean, if Hazel knows
At this point, I don't think it's going to be 4-2.
Might be 4-0 actually.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out as we're about to head on into this game. LaFell has again already pointed out the most important aspect of it, and that's Zekeef here on this Badang. He's got to find a way around Nova X Kobar and make sure that the expectations are managed into their hands.
Zekeef, Hazel knows his feeling best. We've seen Zekeef's Badang before when they were on the same team. So let's see if Invictus Gaming can rise from the ashes as we head into game number 3 between IG and Team Vamos. Vamos still remaining on the blue side with IG on the red, and this Badang Zetian might have just solved the chip problem.
And something to note here, we're seeing 3 purifies from IG, which is good against kinda Zetian, but mostly on the Gwen. But again, Zekeef, he likes it when you don't have a flicker, right? This Badang might have an MVP game.
Might have it. Assuming that the early doesn't actually go in their favor and IG don't throw a lead when they do develop it, because it's about lane control right now, and they're already forcing Zekeef in a position where he can't get too much EXP and keeping Qualcomm in check as they mount the freeze.
This is smart. Zekeef is actually going into the jungle just to absorb some of the EXP, but more importantly, making sure that Eric doesn't get ganked, because at this point, they know Hazel's pathing. Hazel will try to get any kind of advantage, and so far, they're just making it equal.
I think he also just picked up the extra buff fruits just to keep himself, so he doesn't have to go for the complete recall as well. Now, after Litho Wanderer has been contested for, Invictus already with a slight EXP advantage from Hazel. Laning phase seems to be, oh, well, I say that, Natko here, obviously, right on top of Mel.
And very early warrior boots for Nako as well, same as Mel, but more, I would say more value for Nako, right? Making it so that he can actually tank some hits.
Yeah, Nugget, he has to commit
And purify.
everything. He just wants to catapult.
Okay, he purified to make sure that he didn't get bursted, but still, that hurts.
That hurts so much. And he misses out another minion as well. I mean, I understand losing those catapults really suck, but at some
dying
point,
is worse.
Yeah, dying is significantly worse. I don't know. Somebody needs to help Mel QT out of here. Just get some pressure off of him. He needs to be able to recover or at least contest one of these river crabs.
And honestly, this is good because Nako is preventing Mel from joining the first turtle fight, because that's what Clods want to do at this meta, I guess.
Or at least double wave, right?
Yeah.
I think right now, should be Carry who's going to be able to double wave first? Yeah.
Yep, Yetri is going to beat him up, absorbing the pressure. Fury of the Phoenix gets used, but the early damage from Lapu is going to be great enough as Yetri with a double kill. IG off to a good start, Natko, late to the party. And that's what you want. You get the objective, you get some punishment in, and the Lapu is the one that gets the cash out.
I'm not gonna lie, pretty surprising that Vamos didn't want to play for picks, and it's, oh god.
Yeah, Nova ready to die for this. Nako is gonna be the target. There's no way out of this one.
What?
Maybe there is somehow.
What? Oh.
Nako survives and backup arrives. Arrow 4-4 and Zekeef to the rescue, and that was your Lapu that just got 2 kills.
Suelo, no!
Oh.
He just needed to pick him up. He needed to pick him up.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I was surprised that Vamos didn't take the portal, but yeah, that one kind of trumps. I'm like, that was a huge botch. It was honestly a good thing that Nova didn't die.
Yeah.
He should have died.
He should have died for that, right? Just take the aggro, man.
It's fine. It's fine. It happens to the best of us.
It's not fine for Yetri.
I mean, well,
Poor dude gets a double kill, instantly dies.
You know what? That's meta. Because he wants to die before he has 3 kills, so he doesn't give a shutdown.
That's true.
Yep. That was on purpose, folks.
Yep.
Y'all just don't know it yet.
Yep, high level play.
Something Epic players won't know.
Resetting bounty.
Here are 10 tips to get you out of Epic.
Die at 2 kills.
When you get 2 kills, die once.
Yeah. Elgin, can we please get a video of that? Can we please have the intro of Elgin just going, do you guys want to not reset your bounty early on?
That's going to be an April Fool's special next year.
We're giving him free ideas, damn it. All right.
And then just clip every single time a pro player dies after 2 kills, like, this is on purpose.
And then there's like the number, right? The numerical value.
Yeah.
And then the title's like, this is why you're stuck at legend.
If you die when you get 2 kills, you won't have the enemy screen showing that you have a high bounty.
Having a problem carrying your games? This is what you need to do.
Die.
You might be carrying too hard.
Oh boy. Oh please, we need that as a shout out. Oh, Magic Thumb connects.
Yeah, force out the Purify. That's Swalo. Temporarily removed from the fight. Yeji fully commits onto this. Does have the damage. Turn to Beach doesn't stop him. But the rest of Vamos will. Yeji dies again. And now Hazel needs some help. Subpad flickers to isolate Hazel. Great knockout strike. They stun them up. Subpad not able to get the kill, but Z-Kim will. Melkuti joins with the dance, but not enough damage. And Nako is willing to fight this for as long as possible. And it is Vamos coming out with the win.
Dang. First time playing the comp? Like,
yeah.
Whoa, what was that?
That's why in my head is like, that is very risky. And honestly, you know what? Yetri, in game 2, you overcommit so much. This is one of those times I'm like, you know what? Might as well overcommit.
Yeah, honestly.
You could have gotten 2.
He could have gotten 2, and I honestly think that probably wasn't his call. I felt like Hazel was like, we can actually do this. Like, this is so possible right now.
And then he gets sold out again.
He does.
God damn it. And now they lose bot 1.
You know what? No, you guys don't understand, right? This is a meta against your opponent. Who you're going up against? Vamos. So that means the game is Vamosable.
Facts.
It cannot be Vamosable if they're losing.
Yes.
Steal their branding.
No. It's more like you set them up for it.
The conditionals, right?
Yeah.
When is the game Vamosable? When Vamos has a big lead.
But look at Vamos. Look at what they're doing. They're making sure they don't have 3 kills. Right?
Oh, no.
See, Zeke had 1 kill and he died.
What constitutes as a big lead that can lead to a Vamosable game?
6,000.
6,000?
I've seen them throw games at 9,000 gold.
To be fair, the game that BTRM almost won yesterday was a 6K flip.
Okay. All right. Let's see whether it's going to fall into those same standards here. It's building up to that 1, right? But we've already received the bot side already destroyed. And yet, Nako has been hiding this bush this entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, they found another Purify user. Not sure if Nova wants to go in there. He's having a rough
He would throw so hard if he just ulted there and then the entire team just autopilots like, yeah, we can go in.
Let's go in. 1 by 1, by the way.
Mel instantly takes the portal and he ults.
He BMI's back.
Look at his meta. Vamos, they're winning, but not too much.
But not by much. And
yeah, just 1,000 is comfortable.
I think that's honestly not too bad, but I mean, in Invictus's position, 1.2 ain't the end of the world. If they can go even against Team Vamos, that's still considered all right, not the worst in the world, but as the late game starts coming through, and the fact that Nako has...
Wait, do they want to get... Do you want to gank Sapat here?
I feel like, yeah, Sapat knows, right? Sapat, yeah, he smelled that. Here comes Nova. They know where Sapat is. Yetri's going to jump in. They bring in the whole cavalry. The Fear to Finish, big combo breaker. And it's a setup for Vamos. Nako walks away with 1, but Yetri was able to get a double kill in return. IG finds a good trade.
That was good. That was good. Yetri also just committing to 2 kills. Hazel has to be, you know, unfortunately the one that dies. But Nova has to keep his KDA, right? You guys don't understand.
Yeah.
As a roam, if someone else dies, it's on them.
Look, it's a setup. Look at Yetri's KD. It's blazing it.
Yep,
He's blazing.
420, baby.
He's trying to keep it. He's trying to stay on top of it, right? I don't know. I'm surprised that Nako ended up dying there, especially since he had Flicker as well. Just wasn't able to respond fast enough to it. A little unlucky, of course, but at the same time, see that Nova X Hobart is providing like a crazy amount of vision.
Yep.
He got hit by probably like a rogue land shaker in the midst of things.
So right now, he's just waiting for an opportunity where his ult is up. He's going to teleport to one of the spawn points and then try to get a catch. At this point, looking at the items, it's enough-ish damage because the Claude, even without 3 items, he still hurts. He may not get the kill, but it should be enough to get the kill over to Yetri or Hazel. You just got to be careful of Zeke. This is one of the situations, unironically, it's okay for you to go in 1 at a time.
Yeah.
Right? So that you're not all caught out by the Badang.
Quick question. Do you think Zeke should be going full tank, or do you like him with a little bit of damage?
Full tank. If they're winning by 7,000 gold, you can have 1 Heptasis. 1 Heptasis.
Well, they're ahead by 925 gold.
Nuh-uh.
Build it up to it.
Nah. That Fury Hammer is just for show.
It's just for stats.
To get
Yeah.
to have the safe, you have to be within Vamosable range.
Yes.
That's the signal. That's the nuclear option, Mr. President.
Oh.
Here it comes, Zkim. Great engage on the Hazel. Hazel guaranteed to die here. IG have no response. They go on the Mel. Mel does even relocate with the portal. The certain out does drop. Suelo isolated and Nako, he's in. But he's gonna get control. Yetri, this is his moment to redeem himself onto Nako. Nako dashes away. Yetri trying to chase him down, and Nova is already dead. But Yetri, he needs to connect the blades. He has one hit left, but he just couldn't get it. Nako gets bailed out by his teammates, and IG loses 4.
Dude, Vamos just acted like BTR, but better. Right? Nako overcommits and everyone protects him.
That was crazy. That was legit crazy because there was definitely a moment in that fight. Everybody was like, what's going on?
Yeah, look at this instant replay, right? Era jumped in and Nako, even he realized that he overcommitted. He flickered out and then Klawkun, Zkim, as well as Subpa, they just make sure that all of us can die except for Nako. And Nako even had the timing of the cooldown of Yetri to know that when he's throwing his blades, he can avoid it.
Yep. Crazy. The fact that Mel QT also walks out of that alive, rather surprising. Takes the quick shortcut over with the rest of the team and just works out perfectly.
Yep.
At this point, Hazel, you're
he can only do so much.
No,
I'm not Fredrin.
No, I'm not blaming him. It's just that. Oh, hold on.
Well, they have to at least get this right.
Vamos enter the portal.
Go home.
Vamos not entering the portal. They're just gonna push.
They should be able to defend this.
They're gonna get an inhibitor here.
Yep.
And that's good enough. Okay. I take that.
I take that too.
Subpa die for us.
And they punish ZK at least. Hazel's gonna counter engage on. There's no certain ult here, so at least no tempo breaker. Nova. Spotted out, no shortcut. They are going for him. He's dead.
Yetri's trying to help.
Can he build up?
No, he's like,
not this time, baby.
That's all you. That's all you.
Time.
All right. Second tip on like why you're still in Legend. You keep helping people out.
Be selfish.
Sometimes let them die, but be close enough to watch.
What if they realize it's about to get into the Vamosable range? So they're like, might as well do it. Oh, Zkim! Right on the engage on the Yetri. Yetri still gets out, and Zkim gets punished instead.
All right. Now we're starting to be Vamosable.
And Malkuti in with the blazing duet. Nako flicker to safety. Arrow 4-4 needs some help. Goes into Winter Crown. Fighter Requiem. Suelo, can he get the trade back? Yes, he will. Suelo finds the kill. And Nako can't find the follow-up.
Yeah. Overall, right now, Vamos.
Oh, Nako.
So, see,
Vamosable.
This is the meta, Gideon, right?
They rarely get to 6K, and then they punch.
You know what this strategy is called? Fanning up your prey.
Facts.
Yep. This is all just high IQ planning. This is the thing that you plan for weeks.
You telling me that Invictus Gaming have spent the last 8... Oh my god.
Well, this should be another punish. Zkim is gonna get lifted up now. That's gonna be him dead.
Gideon, before you finish your question, if Invictus wins, can you really say my logic is flawed?
Yeah, we'll see the game after that, but I personally feel that, like, it's just... what happened there? That was...
You should hear the collective groan of the Vamos crowd.
They're like, bro, we had
what?
8 weeks. This is the 9th week. No, it's simple science, Gideon, right? You let them get into your base, and then they will be desperate enough to do anything to get the inhibitors.
And they over-die.
You telling me Invictus Gaming spent 8 weeks, well, technically 9 weeks, honeypotting Team Vamos.
Facts.
Just gaslighting them into feeling like, yes.
Does that not sound like something Coach Bam?
How do you think, how do you think reverse sweep happens, you know?
Yeah. I gotta say, seeing the vibes of IG, that 100% sounds like something they would do.
Oh my god.
They just need to figure out how to do that with SRG.
I bet you Coach Bam was celebrating when he saw that.
He's like, told you so.
It all makes sense now. It all lines up.
Oh, Mel.
Oh my god, is he gonna get one shot? Wait, I don't even think that Mel has...
Look at Zkim. Zkim is waiting on the portal. He's waiting on the portal. There could be a mistake coming in from Nova Escobar.
Yep, I'm worried as well.
someone needs vision over there just to make sure that he doesn't go there.
You know, first things first, let's just push out that mid lane, right? Like, this is not a nothing burger. That's not going to happen. Suelo, push out that mid lane first. See what happens.
And don't have to hold this, right?
Response.
Yeah, let it reset. Boom, good. Top lane.
Now you have to go check. Okay.
Yetri, please throw your swords on. Look.
Oh, Nova is in. They see Sapat and they go for the engage, but the knockout counter engage from Era. That was good enough. Train room for Nako to try and fight the Lord knockout kills off Era. But now QT, he's gonna get caught on Sapat. Right in with a KO punch. And IG will lose this fight. Nako with his collection. There goes Suelo. And it's all feast up for Vamos. Yetri doesn't really have much left in the tank. The whole team of Vamos barreling down, and Era's sacrifice was worth it.
That was one hell of an engage from Era 404.
Yep, Nako is gonna go for the honeypot here. IG tried, but tries they may, and it's just not enough. Team Vamos are now up 3-0 in this best of 7.
Woo! They're doing it for the fans. They've come down in droves and they've filled up the arena here. The stadium Juara is looking alive. So far, 0-3 as Vamos are just pummeling chin blows and knees and elbows to IG right on the chin.
Well, IG got a reverse sweep before, so not counting them out just yet, but let me just say a quick one. That was kind of Yetri's fault because, again, like you said, is this the first time they've been using this comp? Because you're having a chip, and you know your chip player wants to go to one of those spots, right? You gotta open up the map. You gotta make sure that you know that it's safe or not, especially when you're going up against one of your counters, the Badang. They let that area just be free. That was, bro.
I'm in the same opinion. I'm in the same opinion. We were literally giving the play-by-play of like, hey, this is how you start taking space in a safe manner unless players react insanely like Era 4-4. It's just a tough game.
Like I have a different angle. I have a different perspective. I think they did step one right? They made the Vamosable happen. They got the conditionals down. And then they got to their hit. They thought that they could run away with the lead.
No, here's the thing.
They should have let Vamos do the Vamosable a second time.
They didn't listen to Coach Bam. You know what Coach Bam said? Suck, but don't suck too much. They suck too much.
Facts.
It's too much.
That's what I said.
That's what you said. And I quote, suck.
And I
but not too much.
But not too much. just a little off the top.
But yeah, like legit, if they made sure that area was safe, the game would have looked so different. Because here's the thing, even if the Badang doesn't catch you out, the fact that you see that vision made it so that Era can jump in.
My bigger question was that, why are we ulting on the Badang?
They will answer why not.
Yeah,
facts.
That's it. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
I believe they can do great things.
I also do believe they can do great things, but it's going to take a little bit of work here. Zeke coming out big time here on his Badang. Again, so much impact in this game, and it really fits his style. This is his tried and true comfort, and there's a good reason why he goes to it every single time.
What now for IG?
Look, I don't know. I don't have much of an answer for them. I feel like they already have too many issues when it comes down to drafting in your side lane. Even when you have a winning draft, I don't think they can execute it well enough. So, simple comp, the Zushin, Hylos, that style of comp.
I feel like...
Because they're never getting Yisha Jin at this point.
Yep.
Put him on Roger.
No, this is the game where you will get the Hayabusa, because
yeah, please, it's been
Vamos hard target Hazel, right? This is a hate crime on display.
The hate crime.
Yeah, that's legal. You're not gonna get punished for it.
Yeah, Claw Kun is going over to Hazel. Is like, get out of here for it. Claw Kun of all people.
Go back to where you came from.
Yeah, go back. And he's like, wait a minute. Spider-Man meme. I can't. No, it's just. It's not great. It's not a great look.
And it's not Hazel's fault, by the way. It's just that he's just the front line. What else is gonna do?
And it's just a comparison to both the Indonesian players on either side. I think that at least for Claw Kun has been a lot more reliable in these cases, and those Fury of the Phoenixes were disgusting. I don't think that even if you played at your best, you could dodge that combo.
Yeah, it's just near impossible. If you're funneling through a portal like that, no way.
Yeah, you're just dead. You're gone. Good abilities. I like the wombo combos at the very least. So this is another like potential setup that template that they could set up for other types of drafts from Vamos' side. So it's just another in the playbook.
So the potential last hurrah here.
All right.
Is it Darmu time?
Bro.
Is it Goja's time?
Bro, I think the real question is this Vamosable from this point onwards.
At this point, no, because Vamos, they're not overheating. I mean, like, okay, that one time.
One time. And then after that, it was given to them.
Here's another thing that I've noticed, at least in the past 2 games, on average, all of them had above 100. All at above 100 BPM. Now, I'm not going to say they average 120. You know, Aero 404 likes to be in the 120 zone, but even Sapan's going over into 100, into the 100s. Klokun was 109.
Aaron peaked at 150. No, we haven't gotten there yet.
He hasn't gotten or tried to attempt to go Super Saiyan.
When he peaks, that's how you know he beat the sickness.
Yeah. I mean, he was already like hands in the air after making that play, and at the very end.
Yeah. At this point, I'm just happy Vamos is acting nonchalant because they're just like, we just got reverse sweep just a few days ago, so let's not let that happen again. Because this shows maturity. If anything, this shows the maturity of Vamos, where they're playing clean and they're playing patient, right? Because that last play was 100% because of their patience, right? They're not trying to cover up a mistake that they did early, because that's something that they do. They make a mistake and then they feel like we still have a lead. You know, it's like 1,000 goal, 2,000 goal, whatever. We can force something. This time they're like, we don't have to force something. We know that they're going to go for this Lord. We know that Nova's going to flank. We just stop the flank.
Just great ways to kind of actually add different layers to it. Because now that we know what the major idea is, it's a game of rock, paper, scissors. And both Vamos, alongside with Victus Gaming, are constantly trying to fake the other person out to make him throw out scissors early so that they could counter with rock.
Yeah, there are some unfortunate moments, right? Like Nako escaping death twice this game.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it.
To be fair, I will admit, Nako, a couple of moments there was Vamosable, and he really looked like he was about to die. Luckily, he's got a team to cover for him.
Yeah. So nice to have a team like that. But yeah, Vamos is looking pretty good. Hey, maybe me and Husky were right. We called it that Vamos is going to go to Paris.
You also called that they were going to get reverse sweeped.
They might get reverse sweep, but on the official channel, we say Vamos. That's what matters.
Okay.
On the record.
And here's the thing, because I said Vamos, I actually thought the other day the upper bracket match, I thought they would actually win against IG.
That's what I thought too.
That reverse sweep was the one that I didn't see coming.
That's what I thought too. I was very confident. I was telling my friends that Vamos is the win trio.
I didn't have friends, so I didn't tell them, but that's what I thought too.
I should have told you.
Unfortunately, I have too many friends who will put their life savings after I see something like that, so I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not give those types of opinions in general, but now we get to see the POV of the man himself throwing out the fist. Of course, Zkeep, huge plays have been done. But now we're at match point. They're about to book their ticket to Paris. And I think that it's either IG reverse sweeps it or, hey, we have our second contenders.
I'm just worried if IG wins just one game, that can throw Vamos' whole mental
instantly down.
That's what they need, just one game.
Not even down, just scramble, right? It's not them being unconfident. They're just like, wait, do we be confident? Do we not be confident? It messes with you.
You know what? Does that mean that they have to do the AE strat? Just make it in full brawl comp. Brawl comp, and you fight so much you see red, and that's when Vamos is not thinking about the future at that point. They're thinking about fighting now.
Vamos is the brawl comp. Vamos is the brawl team. That's how they make it Vamosable. It's tough. It's a tough question.
Oh, it's the chicken and the egg. It's always a difficult choice. But of course, what we can provide for you guys is the daily prediction activity. Now, if you happen to be coming to stay in Juara, fans guess which teams will win. You write down your predictions before the match and pass the voting cards to the TNT Co booth. And there's only 10 winners per day, which will be randomly selected from the correct answers. So of course, winners will get 200 MLBB diamonds per winner. And of course, if you want to get some TNT Co merchandise, online purchases are available. Apply the code to get free shipping shipping. And of course, East Malaysia, we haven't forgotten about you guys as well. You guys are also part of that. And if you happen to come offline and you buy 2 of their merchandise, you get a 50 ringgit off from the total purchase. So come on over to TNT Co booth to check it all out. Now, before we go on any further, MCGG has been on the rise. The first MCGG Crew Clash is starting from May the 25th. You can join now to stand a chance and get a total prize pool of 50,000 USD. You heard me, 50,000. Don't forget to follow the official social media account of MCGG for more details. All right, where were we? I'm a little drunk after going through all.
No, I know. But even for me, I'm like, it feels very 4-0.
4-0-able, yeah.
But after years of doing this job,
I know, right? It's a stressful time. We're gonna be throwing it over to Poji as we think about it. Poji, what are you up to, my guy? What's going on your side of the stage?
Blup, 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 blup. Bunyi apa tu? Itulah bunyi liquid cooling daripada telefon Infinix. Tapi anda kembali bersama saya, Poji, untuk satu segmen istimewa, itu Challenge Abang Grab. Kita akan buka challenge ini kepada penonton yang hadir dekat venue. Sebab kalau dia orang menang dapat hadiah. Segmen ini juga kan berbunyi Beat the bro, grab the code. Jadi saya nak mencari seorang penonton yang berani dekat arena ini untuk challenge Fanny dengan abang Grab kita. Ada ke orang yang berani nak main Fanny? 1, 2, 3. Okey, abang yang memang dah berdiri. Okey, kita bawa abang tu ke sini untuk dia challenge. Dia nampaknya sangat-sangat berani. Dia tak tahu challenge ni saya dah readykan untuk dia. Fanny ni tak ada buff. Dan lagi baju dia bukan tim yang bermain hari ni. Okey bang, nama siapa? Kawa.
Me.
Kawa dia macam Kawa. Saya ingat, Jepun ke? Okey, abang. Gamenya mudah. Abang akan bermain Fanny bermula daripada kristal abang. Bawah. Pergi ke tengah. Sampai ke kristal enemy. Kristal ke kristal. Dan kita akan ada video demo. Okey, kita tengok belakang ada video demo. Nampak tu. Dia punya kabel abang jangan tanya, tapi macam tu lah. Lebih kurang saya je tu. Okey, faham Main tengah, pergi dekat base musuh. Tanpa kita buang masa. Sabar. 3, 2, 1, go. Okey. Energi habis tak apa, lari bang, lari je. Siapa paling cepat? Gamenya mudah. Kena tembak pula, cabaran. Teruskan. Dah cakap tak ada buff. Biarkan dia. Okey. Dah cakap. Okey, berapa saat? 22 saat. Dan sekarang kita akan tengok abang Grab kita boleh pergi seberapa pantas. Kena tunggu respon minta maaf Abang Grab jangan marah, jangan hantar order lambat. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Wah. Wah. Berapa? 12 saat. Oh my god, abang Grab lebih hebat. Maka dengan itu, abang Grab menang. Penonton dekat rumah akan dapat special code. So korang boleh claim dekat bawah ini. Terima kasih. Malang sekali. Tapi terima kasih dekat abang Kawa juga sebab abang menjadi orang yang berani untuk bermain game ini. Jadi itu sahaja daripada segmen challenge abang Grab ini. Sekarang kita nak berdoa sekejap. Minta semua pergi sembahyang maghrib dulu supaya mana tahu boleh ada comeback is real. Jom kita pergi solat sama-sama.
Kita Wira mesti telan air mata. Selamanya ku takkan di bawah perjalananku sampai ke puncak. Dalam perjuangan, bila hati terang menyala, setiap luka jadi kekuatan. Pengorbanan yang jauh ujungnya. Sudah tiba masanya melangkah takdir, jalan yang gentir ku tempuh. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kita kawan pentas dunia, Wira Arena. Bangkit bersama kita juara, membanggakan negara. Kerana di hujung cerita pastinya kita Wira Arena. Kita Wira Arena. Kita Wira Arena.
Sweat and grind, guess we never gon' fade. This that definition of a legend. Every single move that I make, feel it, ain't no doubt. Dorang kena aku, I'm a winner. Cuba check gerak-geri aku semua tiptoe macam ballerina. Genggam bara api, biasa berjadi arah. Mimpiku mula menjadi, tiada siapa je yang halang. Kalau bikin hari-hari, benda susah jadi senang. Segala cabaran aku ready, masa depan aku terang.
Tiba masanya melangkah takdir, jalan yang gentir. Kita Wira Arena. Kita Wira Arena.
Welcome back, everybody, to the MPL MY Season 17. Currently at match point. Vamos has one opportunity, one chance here to try and close out this series and punch their tickets and be the second contenders to join SRG to go to France during EWC X MSC. My name is Gideon Q. Of course, we've got Husky alongside with LaFell here at the desk. We thought that maybe, hey, this could be Vamos. I was walking through the crowd. I got two opinions. Hey, Gideon, is it going to be a reverse sweep? I told him maybe. Guess what the other one was? 4-0 so we can go home early? I'm like, oh, man, that's an IG fan who just happened to be in the crowd.
I had one fan say the same thing. He's like, Husky, I think we're going home early today.
I'm telling you, people, the court of public opinion is very much against IG as of right now.
Because it's unfortunate. It's one thing if you lose, but you lose with integrity. Because again, like I said,
integrity.
Like I said, if it doesn't take an analyst to show you what went wrong, there's a problem.
Gun goof.
And you don't want that to be this kind of match. Like, you don't expect the match that can change your careers, right? Where you can play in Paris for EWC, for a massive prize pool. You don't expect this kind of problems. You would expect things like, oh, maybe you got outdrafted. Oh, they caught you in a bush that you didn't thought that they would know that you're there. You know, like those high-level mistakes, not the ones there's like, why were you there?
Yep. All this just for this key that you see in front of us, made out of pure gold. Road to EWC 2026. One of these teams are going to have it one way or another. But let's talk specifically about Natko, because we got it from Natko that he wants to prove that he deserves a place in that starting roster. During his time with EVOS and MPL ID, he spent 3 seasons as a substitute player.
He's definitely proven himself as the second best gold laner in MPL MY. This is not his first season here, but we've seen the growth, right? From just a starting goal laner to a captain that has his fair shares of struggle. I think mid regular season, he did open up about how it wasn't easy trying to deal with the emotions of the other young players on his team, like Aero 404 and ZK, for example. But now ZK, a lot more solid in the shot calling. They have Sepat as the mood lifter, and Nako just gets to roll everyone over.
This is just the story of MPLMY.
Yep.
Your trash is our treasure.
Yep.
You know?
Facts.
And that's why I love it. I love it for two reasons, because it plays on two very Malaysian things. One, I like it when everybody else calls MPLMY just the retirement center, because we refurbish these boys.
Yep.
I can't wait. I can't wait. When by any means, if people are like, Fuse not doing too great in MPL ID, come on over to MPLMY. We'll show you what a good time's like.
We know how to make you grow.
We know how to make you grow somehow. Somehow. MPLMY Insiders, Dubai Celcom Digi is also letting us know that Year 3, we asked him who is the player we need to watch out for in Vamos, and he says Sepat. He is very connected with the team. He has the potential to become one of the best EXP laners in Malaysia, but I'm going to beat him today.
Look, whoever
he has chance.
Whoever decided to up this excerpt now, clearly is a Year 3 hater. Why would you do it when they're down 0-3?
When they're down 0-3, hey, look, Year 3 has an opportunity. I haven't seen Year 3 lose the Sepat in lane yet.
He lose because of himself.
Facts. He is his biggest enemy.
Exactly.
I mean, this might be the last chance we talk about this topic. What is IG's identity? Because I still am struggling to figure out what makes IG IG.
But they haven't played with him.
Yeah.
Hazel Esports.
It just go to what works. Like, you don't need ego. What, dude? Like I said yesterday, cheat if you have to.
Cheat if you have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, what do you got?
For my dream.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
But let's just say, Vamos keeps getting Paquito, and so far they've been winning every game with Paquito.
Crazy, right? It's like he's old busted or something.
I mean, we did see the stats yesterday. Vamos wins with Paquito, but loses against Paquito.
It's so wild. It's so wild. But the problem is when they are red side, you kind of don't have a choice. They have to get rid of these other picks. They got to get rid of the Fanny. Freya is also a problem. Worse yet, Natko on his signature. You can't let him have it.
The problem is he already has a few at this point.
Yeah, I think he's
the carry is notable. Carry is notable just because no one else really uses it, right? For now, for IG, Suelu needs to be on the damage leader.
Just go back to Eve.
I think Claude Eve.
I think take it one step further. Go Farsa. Try and carry this game. Oh no, instead Zushin. And with Glue, actually not too bad.
Yeah, but this means a carry, no?
Yep, carry. Valentina is also up.
Yeah.
Falcon loves that.
I can even see a Suyo here.
Oh, actually, you know what? Suyo carry sounds like a Vamos pick here.
Yeah.
Let's go in.
Okay. I think it's just going to be the exact same draft.
Yep.
Gwyn carry.
It has to be carry.
Come on.
You know you want it.
If it's not carry, it's just going to be Valentina. Oh, they go for the Claude.
Go for Claude instead this time round. What are they afraid of? They already know that Zushin is on the opposite side. Claude's laning phase in general with what's left isn't too bad as well.
I'm going to say something very crazy.
What's the crazy thing? Hit me with it.
Honestly, it might not be a bad game for something like a Lancelot. Because you can just ban out the stoppers. Like, there's no hard CC for you. It's just not there in the meta right now. You ban out the Cho, and then you ban out Gatot.
Hayabusa.
Yeah, but they go for the Haya. Which again is still good, but not the best, only because Gwyn can split her body, so the damage is already mitigated in that way.
Is it a little too late, right? I felt like this should have came out like game 3, but now it's a last resort, and they banned the Faramis.
Okay, at least for IG, they're the ones saying, you know what? We are okay. We will play our game whether you like it or not.
I think you ban a Moskov.
Yeah.
I think you challenge the carry.
Really? I feel like they can just ban it out.
No, because I think Vamos, they're confident enough to deal with Mel. They could just ban an EXP that might disrupt them. Like maybe even the Lapu.
That is true.
Right?
He's already on the Claude.
Yeah.
I think it's how much you can affect.
Because honestly, for all we know, IG might even go for something crazy like a Clint.
I mean, you could go Irithel, right? So far, there's nothing to stop the Irithel yet.
Banning out the Kalia here is good. Protects Hazel. Personally for me, I wouldn't ban another gold laner. I would ban an EXP. But it's justifiable if you want to ban a carry.
Yep, Hera has the carry ban. So, last time this happened, Mel went for the Brody, but...
He goes Obsidia.
Obsidia?
I think you pick up the Lapwood to be safe.
Yeah.
And then you see what marksman is good.
I don't know. I feel like all the marksmen as of right now is kind of like mid at this point.
That or Benedetta.
Because no matter what you need something that has like.
I'm worried about Benedetta. I'm
a foul on this one.
I'm a bit worried about that one.
I don't know how to feel about it just yet.
Yeah.
It's a tough call, but I think arguably Terizla just might be the way to go if you are looking for Year 3's pick first. If not, I'm thinking Obsidia.
Is there any XP that can knock up besides Terizla?
Edith,
but
show we XP.
You want crowd control, there's Harlot.
Yeah.
Uranus.
They go back.
Honestly, not bad. Honestly, not bad.
You can take Purify.
You're doing the same job as a Benedetta, but less likely to die.
And you can take Purify, so you know it.
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't know. They're lacking a lot of damage here. Yeah, but as expected, Valentina, what are they going to finish it all off with? I think, yeah, it's just Cho, right?
Khalid.
Oh, they go Khalid instead?
All right, MelQT.
It feels like Obsidia is the only real choice.
Or because like if you're already going into Obsidia, it's whether you want to have something that, number one, it needs to scale. It needs to scale a little bit better than Claude in some shape or form. I think it's whether she wants the AoE or the single target, right? I think that right now it's kind of between Obsidia or if anything else. I don't think if he goes into Clint, it's going to be harder later in the game anyways.
Honestly, let's see. Yeah, it's Brody again. Because like, if this is Shiku, guys, it would have been Irithel.
Okay.
100%.
At this point, IG, all gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes, yeah. You have to snowball. Hazel can do it with Hayabusa.
I mean, they've got a lot of independent heroes on their side, but let's say, I think that Vamos, worst comes to worst, they kind of give up a little bit on the gold lane. They just need to kind of hover around it to make the rotations tough and just double down on punching this Uranus, right? Anytime he goes for the proxy of the wave, needs to die.
Yep. This is going to be IG's true last chance. I mean, they've done miracles. They have managed a reverse sweep before, but that was in the capacity of 3 games in a row. But this time, they got to go above and beyond. They got to make it 4.
But here's the thing, man. Vamos are really hungry for it. It has been a long minute since they've been to the grand finals. The last time they went up against, well, not last time, but when they went against SRG, they made it a 4-2. So,
I
don't know.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
2 years since Vamos made it to the grand finals that got them to an international event. Last time was that MSC in Riyadh. Now it's Paris on the line.
Let's find out how this is going to play out because, again, the game changes so drastically depending on who gets that first blood, who gets that lead at the beginning of the game. With a quick mid-clear, we see that Klakun and Zekif immediately try to take control, try to set up for the Little Wanderer.
Nova, big mistake.
Playing a bit too dangerous there.
Yeah. He was, you know, whatever. He didn't die. That's good for now. Early gank. Mel still has the flicker.
Yep, might have to use it. That's too soon. That's way too late.
Oh my God! I'm not gonna get tilted.
He honestly should just not have even bothered to flicker. He should have just accepted the death at that point.
Either flicker early or not at all.
Yes, flicker early or not at all here. Because if you flicker after the fact and then Zeke flickers after him, he still dies and you still lose.
You know what? I think just based off that, they're gonna lose. I don't think he can recover.
Right now, the mentality is not helping. But at least they get one back. They get a little bit of retribution. One flicker back.
Yep. By dying as a Brody in the early game.
Yeah.
Sucks twice as hard.
Well, at least it takes a while for Claude to come online. That's the only saving grace at this point. And you can tell that MelQT, he's a little shaken up by what just happened. He is standing so far back in the lane now.
The problem is he's standing so far back in the lane. That means Claude will have priority. And Claude having priority,
oh no.
Double lane or he joins the turtle or both.
No, he's got to freeze. He's got a permanent
freeze. Got a permanent freeze.
Oh.
You can't walk up. The glue can't help you because the Khalid moves faster.
No.
I think...
This looks GG.
I think what they need to do, just let Suelo take the L mid and send someone to help him.
No, you know what? Go on Hazel.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yep. Here comes Suelo. That's going to be flickered off of Sapat. He looks for disengage. Hazel impatient with the shadows. Now into the shadow kill. Sapat needs help. Gets lifted back. That's the kill for Suelo. But Hazel gets jumped on. Doesn't have the shadows to work with. He ends up going down. Turtle for Vamos. The Raging Sandstorm to disengage with ZK. Vamos still comes out on the winning end.
All right, they get out of it. They get out of it. MelQT now realizing that the double wave coming in from Nako is already out as he tries to run. Nova, he's not 4 at least.
Yep. Yeah. So Nako is completely fine with that. Easily heals up with the on the longs with the Festival Blood.
Yeah. Well, okay. Invictus, we wanted all gas, no brakes. Hasn't worked out so far just yet, but Hazel can still scale. You know, we got that going for us. It looks like EA3 is going for an early dominance ice.
That's gonna be purified, so they sacrifice DK for that. Oh, Nova for that. That's a given.
Yeah, it's hard to react to that one. Really, really hard. And they're also taking an outer camp as well. Right now, unless I start seeing Hazel getting a Sky Piercer sometime soon, I don't see him scaling into where he needs to be, right?
This is what Invictus needs to do. Glue, protect Mel.
Okay.
Suelo and Hazel, make sure EA3 wins the lane. Right? So you prevent one from losing, but you're trying to win hard on one.
Okay. Got to distribute the resources a little bit. Let's see whether they're going to do that right now, because how long can they stay away from their mega game plan? Okay, first item done by MelQT. He has an opportunity here to maybe try and get the Blazing Duet or a Flicker out of Nako.
Yeah, I think the second turtle fight will give us a very good idea where IG stands for the next, 4 to 6 minutes in a lineup that is only going to get worse as the time progresses, at least for Mel.
Yeah, Nova is not as aggressive as ZK on that glue, just because he made some mechanical errors that made it so that he doesn't really have much priority here.
Yeah, and Mel is losing the trade as well. Again, perfect BMI timing so that he gets a positive out of that.
So good. Nako is playing at his peak right now. Very polished. Looking very nice in his lane, as expected from Nako all season. And now here we come. Down to the turtle fight, and we've also got Suppad actually coming down into the fight as well.
Yep, they get the engage in. MelQT is completely out of position. Suppad will force his flicker out of the way. Power pop memory, not enough there. Arrow forward ball, holds the front, stuck on by Nova Escobar. Goes for the disengage, so Nova hops off. The Crimson Beacon is going to expire right now, so Suelo ends up going down to Quagun, who collects the kill. And in the end, it's still Vamos who comes out with a win.
They are a little low, though, so if they start poking them out, I'm pretty sure that right now, IG, they've got the better sustain.
Yeah, and because of that, Team Vamos, they got to be careful around his turtle, because that fight, it was just a little bit messy because the focus was all over the place.
Yeah, ZK is going to be the target, and Hazel is waiting patiently. There comes in the shadow, actually gets blocked, and Hazel has nowhere to go! Whether intended or not, Vamos have found the angle there. Arrow 4-4 needs to disengage from this, but he's going to get crowd control, and it's going to be Nova that takes the kill.
Nova unable to help himself get that last auto attack in. Could have waited for MelQT to pick up the kill, but it's all right. It still works out. They still are able to recover from this, and MelQT is still back on the train to farm.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but Hazel could not get a target for his Ogi shadow kill. Right now, hold on.
Oh, the MelQT dead. They're both dead. Unless there's a trade in, then Nova.
You don't. Okay. If Nova just died there.
Right?
Because right now, Invictus, everyone is looking not great.
Yeah, it's starting to get to them. The pressure is there, and they're starting to crumble underneath it. Vamos, on the other hand, they're getting hungrier, right? They're getting more bold in the way that they're playing.
Right now, 1,400 for Vamos, and they're basically winning on all fronts. No one's stopping Spot. No one is stopping Nako. And Error, he just sets up a team.
Yep, they should be able to kill ZK here. Let's fed into the MelQT machine.
First punish. First really big punish that we see from Invictus Gaming here to try to take this lead back. And right now, at least for Suelo, he's on the right track. He's already got the glowing wand at this point. Anti-heal to deal with Arrow 4-4's super magic. On that top side as well, at least now they're saying, you know what? If Ye3 is able to control this lane, at least we can give Hayabusa the extra farm.
Yep.
Yeah. Invictus, they got to take free trades because they're not at a position where they can really be cool. They can't be too flashy.
Yep, not at all. Hazel, whoa, what a casual sidestep there. And that's Malefic Gun now purchased for MelQT, and this should be the timing that IG is waiting for.
Yeah.
They're not too far behind yet, you want to be ahead, of course, but 1K is manageable, and Ye3 looking to get out of this. Suppad still able to get the secure, and that is what Vamos is looking for.
Good stuff. Suppad not going for like the hyper burst damage. Yes, he still has damage, but at least his first item is War Axe this time. He's looking to peel and sustain more than anything else. He's not looking to 100-0 somebody, but will take the opportunity.
And not in the good spot. Again, a snap engage from Vamos onto Mel. Mel is dead. Violet Requiem keeps Era 404 alive. Nova Escobar completely isolated. And Sapa finds another easy kill there on a Suelo. Hazel doesn't find an angle back in. And the third turtle of the game for Vamos. Nova Escobar next to be taken down. Era 404 slays him.
I can already see the comments. People are saying, why do you keep letting Sapai get a Paquito? He's known as a Paquito when he was at his prime. And now when the hero is strong, when he has basically 100% win rate during the playoffs, all 4 games, he's got it.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous here. That's the problem with EXP right now. Unfortunately, you can't let the Phoveus through, and you can't somehow let the Paquito through at the same time. But
Freya.
There's just too many. There's not enough bans to deal with all of them.
Yeah, Tree, he's gonna go down here too. There's too much damage from Vamos. This game might be half over.
I think the game's kind of over.
I called it over when Mel died like that in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Look, I was trying to hold out.
I know.
Now for Invictus, they might be able to turn this around. And my only conclusion to that is if Nako really whiffs it and somehow Nova X Kobar gets on top of him with the slam.
But you know it's bad when we're not making a Vamosable joke.
Yeah, it is. This is hard.
This game is actually not Vamos.
Yeah.
Pretty hard.
Yeah. And you would imagine that at some point, somebody would whiff an ability from the side of Vamos. They haven't yet.
Oh, you know what's so sad about this?
Why?
We've set up the story for Invictus. We keep saying they are like the most consistent team because they're always number 3. In regular season, except for the last week. And imagine ending the season being number 3.
The story writes itself sometimes.
Oh!
Bro.
Hey, dude.
If that happens, we can just say,
Called it.
Called it.
But then the crowd can also say scripted.
Foreshadowing.
Said it from week 1.
Yep.
IG destined to be 3rd.
Destined. They can turn this around. They can absolutely turn this around. But the timer is closing very, very quickly. And Mel QT, he can't get a split push down. And Supa can basically one-shot him at this point. Mel just does not have enough tools to 100-0 Supa when he has damage reduction.
Yeah. Right now, Vamos 5,000 gold ahead. Somebody's waiting for the flanks.
The way back.
He's Mel. He has flicker. So he's not gonna go for it.
Suelo also chunked out the shadow, not in the right spot. Does Hazel want to make the attempt? It seems like he's gonna try and do so. Loses it instantly, gets crowd control, and he's dead. And Vamos, they smell blood. They might lose Nako in the process, but Vamos still has more resources to make it count. Killing spree for Era, and there's 2 bodies down for IG.
And the Vamos fans are going wild. They can feel it. It's so close, so palpable. Just the taste of EWC. It's underway in the next 5 minutes. Oh, I don't know whether or not this next lore could be the end game scenario, but now we have to start, as we look at the initial mistake here, whether Invictus Gaming, the big problem I have now, they don't have the wave clear anymore.
Yeah, it's honestly, the only viable way and the last way, if they do survive this push, it has to come down to heroics, right? Hazel has to make some godlike steal, throw his life away, and use that lord to stabilize the game state. And even then, it only gives them a chance of winning, just because they don't scale as well. It's a Hazel basket now.
It's too much.
And that basket is 0-3.
It's running out of time.
They're running so dry.
It's a deadly drought as of this point. They have to try and just use the shieldings.
Have to try somehow to keep this alive. And I think at least for the first lord, they have the resources. With the assistance of the Holy Shield, they should be all structures still up. But what now from this point?
Yep, now it's the second wave, right? They're making sure that both long sides, both wide sides of the side lanes are going to get cleared up first from their minions. They're going to let the mid actually go for the slow push here. They don't need it to synchronize absolutely perfectly, but they definitely need to get some spells out of Invictus Gaming. So let's see whether they start probing here or they're waiting for the side lane collapse.
Now, how much can you walk up? Because Arrow 4-4 is considered to be a threat. Look at ZK, he's just walking in. Arrow 4-4 finds the pickup. How long can you hold out on this? Nova Escobar, he just disappears without doing anything. ZK, he's buying so much time. and Vamos loses nothing, but they gain an inhibitor up top. ZK does end up going down. What a knock up there. Arrow 4-4 with the setup, but MelQT finds the trade on the Nako. Suelo, he knows he's going to be dead. Arrow 4-4 with another setup, finds a double kill, and Vamos still comes out with a lead.
2 for 3. At least for Invictus Gaming, they don't have to remember about Natco anymore. They just got to clear these waves, which they're struggling to do. There's only so much they can try for.
Another crowd control chain on the Yetri. Yetri this time will get out. But IG, they've suffered heavy losses. 7k deficit, 2 inhibs down, and a lore spawning in the top lane.
It's a difficult battle. This is going to be in, but at the bare minimum, Vamos knows, hey, we didn't get the long lane, but that's fine. We got 2 inhibitors off of this. We literally have max items, or getting close to max items at this stage of the game. And once we get those final 5, it's over.
The reality is, Invictus has lost their timing. They lost their win con. And to make things worse, the counters of their heroes are on their opponents, right? We've seen multiple times Hazel try to make a play, but again, the Gwen is not a hard counter, but she has the tools to make the Hayabusa not as strong.
That and Nova too. If Nova cannot outlast the setup of Vamos, there is no chance.
Yeah, but all tanks from the side of Invictus Gaming are absolutely getting shredded right now by Natco, and arguably even Clawkun. Like, even Era 4-4 doesn't care anymore. He's jumping onto anybody who walks up a little too far.
Zikiv has a hep disease.
Yep.
You know that's when it's over.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
How do they...
It feels sad to call the game at the first death.
It is. And very few of them happen, admittedly. Very few of them do happen. But at this stage, it feels like it's inevitable. It's almost fate, even.
Well, at this point, SRG, they can start preparing against Vamos. But the thing is, Vamos hasn't shown everything, right? They've been almost using the same kind of draft over and over again.
This is going to be the last push. Vamos ever so close to beating the Eternal Demons. And it's going to start with Nova's death. And they're going to get it. Hazel, he's already out of the fight. They've been doubted. They've been denied. Team Vamos, people hardly see them as a contender, and yet here they are. Sampan will have to fall back, and IG refusing to go down without throwing a couple of punches of their own. Hazel back into it on a Z-Kip. No out though, forces the winter crowd. Out from Clawkun. Clawkun goes down. IG still hangs on.
Woo! They hold on.
This can't be Vamosable, right?
I don't know.
I still think it's not Vamosable.
It's starting to get there. Hazel's also about to hit his max item. Same goes for MelQT, already maxed out, full of everything. Sway.
Dang, Suelo has a garden helmet.
I thought, wait a minute, I thought that's what Nova was purchasing. I may have looked at that wrongly. Oh my god, what? Why does he...
I don't think that's a good item against a Demon Hunter sword. Because the thing, you buy the Garden Helmet for 2 things, basically so that you don't have to recall. The other one is to anti-burst. The only bursty hero here, well, I guess Sampan and Clawkun. I hope it's just for them. Because again, the percent HP damage kind of sucks when you have a lot of HP.
Yeah.
I mean, IG came back from a game against Vamos with no in-hit. Let's see if he can do it again. Hazel.
I don't know. Is he actually genuinely worried about getting bursted down? I personally don't think so. I feel like it's mainly for the fact that he doesn't need a recall.
I think he's just worried that he's getting poked out by Clawkun very often, right? He just wants to be able to, return to the fight quickly.
That is also true, but getting out of combat and getting back into combat...
I mean, like, here's the thing. It's not like a bad item. It's just that, we thought it would be prioritized over something else.
Yeah. I was thinking more like brute force breastplate, but then I started looking at everything else. I was like, honestly, am I really... Like, if you're going to get hit by the first CC, even if you have tenacity, you're going to get hit by the next CC.
It's probably he's going for brute force next.
Yeah.
The only question is if he can get it in time.
Really? I would have imagined like Wishing Lantern or something, or...
I think he needs to survive.
All right, let's see.
Well, that's going to be Nova caught out again. This time, they will have the damage. Nova ends up straight up dying. A follow-up from ZK onto the back line. MelQT getting absolutely shredded, and ZK holds the line. Clawkun in, and Sampan again! MelQT with the Wisdom of Nature, but Nako finds the finisher, and that is it! Vamos in the base of IG. The minion wave slowly pushing in to Hazel. Chokes it out with the shadows, but Sampan once more with the gut punch. And Vamos right in the face of IG. And at this point in time, after 2 years of waiting, the new generation of Vamos have finally slayed their demons and will continue to blossom in the fields of Paris as they make it to EWC 2026.
Congratulations, Vamos, on your 4-0 victory as you punched your ticket to France for EWC.
Hopefully tomorrow against SRG, they can show their chops. But for now, man, proud of Silpa, man. He made it back to international stage. He was from the MPL, dropped down to the MAL, and now came back. But IG, they know they were so close.
They were so close. They had 2 opportunities to make it to the international, and it breaks my heart to see them in this state. They've worked too hard for this, but at the same time, it is the nature of competition for one to win and one to unfortunately taste defeat.
It's another competition, another international falling short out of Coach Bam's hands too. And Jeswan would have loved to go to Paris. He was once there in Riyadh 2 years ago. But this is it for IG, Invictus Gaming, finishing 3rd in their first debut of Season 17.
Good game coming in from both teams. Hopefully this lights a fire in IG because they know they were close. And the mistakes are clear.
Yep.
Like, I hope each player takes accountability and know that they have to improve.
They have a high ceiling. They just need to add some polish of it. But what I'm most happy for is seeing the next generation of young MPL stars from MY going over to an international to gain that experience. With that being said, we will throw it over to our host, Poji, alongside Rose with an interview with both of our teams up on stage.
Invictus Gaming merupakan pasukan yang dibentuk daripada 5 pemain buangan. Namun mereka membuktikan tiada apa yang mustahil. Namun hari ini impian Invictus Gaming berakhir di tempat ketiga. It's been an emotional night. So I'm gonna try to make this as less painful as possible. I think I'd like to start with Yetri, if it's possible.
Yeah, talk.
Yetri, 1 step sahaja, tapi unfortunately mereka tak dapat slot ke EWC 2026. And kita pun tahu di mana Yetri masuk di dalam Invictus Gaming, di dalam transfer window. Is there anything yang Yetri rasa you could have done different untuk musim ini? Is there anything yang you rasa you boleh buat different actually untuk musim ini untuk mendapatkan sepatutnya slot ke Grand Finals? Like anything you could have done different?
Nothing to say, just tak ada rezeki, buat dah usaha. Dan maybe kita try lagi next season. Thank you for supporters. Next season, rehat lagi lah.
Ramai orang actually sayang Invictus Gaming musim ini. And of course, Rose pun nak tanya Coach Bam. Coach, we started this season, you were always telling me, I think this is a top 8 team. But you made it so far, you even broke your top 4 curse. Coach Bam, what do you have to say about your journey this season?
I'm still happy with my boys. Even they rank us at number 8. We go so far in the lower bracket finals. And I'm so proud. Like, we are here, standing like... But I'm so also proud with Akip. Kip, I know you deserve this also. And to Coach Pacbet, good luck tomorrow. And guys, thank you so much for IG fans, for Vamos and MPL MY fans. I hope even we doesn't win even one game, I hope you enjoy the series.
Coach Bam, this isn't easy for me to say. Tetapi kami berharap di musim depan IG akan kembali di pentas MPL Malaysia even stronger than this season. For the last time untuk MPL Malaysia musim ke-17, Ladies and gentlemen, this is Invictus Gaming and you may have your final bow. And of course, kalau ada yang kalah, mesti ada yang menang. Stadium Juara. Inilah dia wakil kedua kita untuk MSCD Esports World Cup 2026. Give it up for Team Vamos! Sekarang kami ingin menjemput Tim Vamos ke pentas, tapi kita akan bermula dengan the head coach, Coach Valdo, untuk sign the plaque dulu. Coach Valdo, dipersilakan. Up next, Coach Pakbet. Assistant Coach Pak Atan. Analyst Pak Atan. EXP laner Zeno. Romer Zikif. In the mid lane, Klakon. In the XP lane, Sabakito! In the gold lane, Natko! And last but not the least, the jungler, Error 404! Semua nampaknya dah bersedia. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Vamos, your journey to EWC begins now in a count of 3, 2, 1. Boys, congratulations. Mungkin kita start dengan bocil dulu kot. Error. Congratulations. You have finally, sudah pun qualify untuk EWC in Paris untuk pertama kali.
Betul.
Apa perasaan bocil sekarang ni?
Dia mixed feelings lah. Macam happy gila and at the same time nak nangis daru lah atas kejayaan dia sendiri lah.
Sekarang dah layak ke EWC, dah tak sakit dah sihat terus lah.
Sakit.
Sakit lagi. Sakit-sakit pun main macam ni, takutlah kita. Harap-harap bocil boleh buat yang terbaik di EWC 2026.
Thank you.
We're also proud of you.
Thank you so much everyone.
Tapi Saya nak tanya kalau boleh. Saya nak tanya Coach Waldo. Mana Coach Waldo? Mana Coach Waldo?
Oh.
Hey, hai.
Halo.
Saya sokong Vamos.
Ya.
Alright, bila kita tengok semula sebelum season ni bermula kan, adakah you expect your team akan pergi sejauh ni?
Saya expect sebab kita roster last minute dan saya pun masuk Vamos itu 6 jam sebelum lock roster. Karena sebelumnya saya harusnya ke Rusia.
Oh, maksudnya macam orang ambil you macam tiba-tiba lock, you pun macam ambil je lah ada orang pasang.
Ya, dari direkomen Natko, Klaukun, and then Bang Ava call saya untuk join Vamos.
Dan awak buktikan sekarang. Hari tu pergi Rusia, hari ni pergi Paris.
Ya.
Wow. I rasa it's such a heartwarming moment bila kita ada wakil baharu. Of course, the emotion is overflowing. And I saw just now that Coach Pakbet was teary-eyed when he was hugging Coach Bam on stage. Coach, this is Vamos's first time qualifying for the MSC. And I want to know, at what point did you think this was actually very much possible?
I think the sacrifices on the players also, their time with their family. So yeah, hello to the family. Thank you so much for all time that you give it to us. We make it worth it, I think.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Alright, sekarang kita nak bercakap dengan Natko, the one and only marksman kita.
Yeah.
Natko kata Natko nak buktikan Natko boleh pergi ke EWC MSC dan sekarang Natko dah buktikan pada mereka yang doubt dengan you. Anything you nak cakap kepada semua haters dekat luar sana?
Don't underestimate us.
Jangan pandang rendah dengan dia. Itu saja. Sesimpel itu. And of course Rose dan juga seluruh tim Vamos dekat dalam game ni memang diorang menang semua tapi hanya seorang saja yang layak digelar MVP of the match. Korang rasa siapa MVP?
Akib.
Without further ado, in 3, 2, 1, MVP of the match goes to
Terkejut. Kenapa terkejut? You rasa prestasi yang you keluarkan tadi tak bagus ke?
Ya, bagus. Cuma saya rasa thank you tadi banyak buat game.
Oh, he's giving credit to his friend. Diorang ni memang sangat-sangat close. So, I nak tanya. Tiket ke EWC sudah pun di dalam tangan anda. Tetapi tomorrow, it's gonna be the grand finals. Apa yang Bocil expect akan jadi di grand finals esok?
Yang for sure kita akan bagi yang terbaik and kita akan fight.
Okay.
Rap that, bro.
Well played, bro. Now, I rasa kita pun kena borak juga dengan Zeno sekejap lah. Zeno, Sepat.
Let's go! Mana Zeno?
Ni. Zeno, bonjour! You are going to Paris!
Bonjour.
Kita tahu di dalam Vamos musim ini EXP lane pun kita macam swap sikit kan. Tapi you are going to Paris. You akan wakil Malaysia juga. Kita tak tahu apa akan jadi di sana. Mungkin Zeno akan dimainkan. Mungkin Sepat akan dimainkan. So, apa perasaan Zeno sekarang ni?
Saya rasa bangga lah dengan tim saya. Sebab diorang punca saya pergi ke Paris.
Ipu
So sweet.
Ipan, apa Ipan nak cakap dekat Angah kat rumah tengah tengok ni, Ipan?
Angah! Adik Angah pergi beri.
You know what? Mungkin kita boleh wrap this up. Sepat. Selain daripada Angah nak cakap apa dekat fans Vamos. Forza Vamos yang datang hari ni.
Firstly, saya nak cakap thank you dekat management Vamos, Bos Hanan, Bos Din, semua bos, Ava, Skupo, siapa-siapa yang sokong kita orang sangat-sangat happy and also give me opportunity for this season. And then to Forza Vamos, thank you sangat-sangat sebab nyanyi untuk kita orang, bagi kita orang semangat and also
semua fans Vamos and fans IG or fans SRG, whoever you, thank you so much sebab memeriahkan MPL MY. So, thank you so much guys. We love you all.
Aww. Sekali lagi Stadium Juara. Ini adalah wakil kedua kita, Tim Vamos.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak kepada pasukan Vamos dan inilah dia wakil kedua untuk ke EWC Paris dan tak ada apa lagi yang kita boleh expect daripada mereka. Mereka akan menjadi lawan kepada Selangor Red Giant esok untuk format Best of 7. Dan kita tak boleh nak expect apa yang akan berlaku. Rose, kita dah tak ada apa dah dengan diorang. Kita nak hantar terus kepada meja panelis. Dan mereka bincangkan apa yang akan berlaku. Jom kita pergi dengar apa kata mereka.
Once again, congratulations to Vamos for taking the series 4-0 and have qualified for EWC. Great interview as well. Very emotional for a lot of the Vamos fans who have been waiting, dying to see Vamos back on an international stage.
And they are granted, some of their wishes are granted, right? A sweet moment for Sapat as he was there in 2024 when EWC first was held in Riyadh. And after 2 years, he has gone down to MAL, got relegated, came right back, and now he's in Paris.
So it really does feel like MSC 2024, right? Falcons is there, SRG is there, now Vamos and now TL. A lot of reminiscent, but you know, before this SRG got the Riyadh buff, we'll see whether they have the same kind of strength in Paris. And good luck to both Vamos and SRG for tomorrow's grand final, because I feel like if we're gonna talk about IG, we're just gonna, you know, trample over a dead horse. We even saw Yechi's reaction. It clearly hit him hard, especially because, you know, previously he was able to go to M7 and he was this close to go to MSC. It's just...
It's a difficult career.
Yeah,
it's a difficult career for a professional player because it just feels like when you're about to be there, another roadblock seems to always appear at the worst possible time.
Yeah, this season is a tough one, right? He got exported, well, he got imported into MPL ID, and I think a lot of people are excited for him, but he only got to show up for one series and that was it.
Yeah.
And we thought this was going to be his redemption run. This is what's going to take them to Paris, but I think a big part of us knows that Vamos is not going to go down easily. And in fact, Vamos slayed them dominantly today.
Hey, it just goes to show some teams are just not ready. And Vamos, they stood up to the challenge and they stepped up for it. Unfortunately for IG, they got close, but just not close enough. For all intents and purposes, I think that Vamos right now, with the way that they're playing and with the different sets that they have in the draft, I'm liking a lot of them. And I think that these set plays really help a lot when you're facing off against SRG. It refines the strategy even further.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's good and bad, right? I think Vamos really showed their best. They haven't showed variety because there's really no need to. Paquito is always there for first pick. And then we know that Error is good on the CEO. We know that he's good on the Gwyn, you know? So in terms of the heroes, they haven't shown a lot today. For tomorrow, this is going to be very tricky because Arcadia is willing to respect pick, right? He is more than ready to let go of some of the meta picks, like maybe even the Fanny, just to make sure that you don't get the Pac. Maybe you don't even get the Gwyn. So we'll see how the draft goes for tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully we get a pretty clean game overall, and maybe some updates to what the potential meta might look like trying to deal with the new Paquito. But of course, we got to give it up for an MVP of this game. On a Guinevere, he's played an astounding 4 games here. It's Era 404.
And he was surprised why he was the MVP. In case you guys want to know why he was the MVP is, number 1, good engages. Number 2, good counter engages. Whenever the Hayabusa wants to do something, he was able to outplay that. And there were a few times when Glue tried to jump in or anyone tries to jump in, he just gets the passive and then just knocks you up.
Yeah, such a sharp jungler, right? Sharp, young jungler, has great foresight, has great predatory instincts too. The way that he finds these fights in. But poetically enough, we started the season with SRG Vamos. Now we're going to end the season with SRG Vamos.
Yes, that is true. That is true. Look at him go, man. He is just nailing it every single time. He is one of the few prospects that we have here in Malaysian jungle, amongst Malaysian junglers that we hope that this international is actually going to set himself above everybody else, or at least he's going to walk away thinking, you know what? I could be one of the best now.
Yeah, if he isn't one of the best, he's on his way there.
People are already saying he's better than Sakai's for this season.
I think if you ask me, I could agree with that. I think there are moments that Aero 4-4 just feels like a cut above. Like, he just feels sharper in these decisions. It's not to downplay the guys. I think he's also one of our greatest. But Aero 4-4 really stepped up.
I don't know yet. We have to see on the international stage because that's going to be the real test, right? Whatever we say here, if they flop at the group stages of the international, it doesn't matter. But here is the updated bracket. For that 0-4, we say goodbye to IG, and we say hello to the grand finals of SRG versus Vamos happening on the 7th of June, a BO7 that you want to tune in 5:30 GMT +8.
The challenge right now is Vamos was the team that made SRG go to 6 games.
Yep.
SRG has been cruising grand finals, right? 4-0s, 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 and they have a specific draft for the grand finals. And I don't doubt that they have something special planned for tomorrow as well. So right now, honestly, the challenge for Vamos, of course, they want to be champions. Yep. But let's start things out by, can they prevent the 4-0 first?
Woof. Yeah, I think the first step is definitely to not let SRG roll over another grand finals, right? Vamos winning is secondary. I just want them to make it close. I want them, make it close regardless of the results. At least we know then when we head to Paris, we're in good hands. We have 2 capable reps instead of the previous internationals where people just look at the second team aside from SRG and just think to themselves, it's just SRG.
Yeah, no, that's going to be I don't think it's going to be a forever problem, but it's one of those future problems that are starting to pile up, and we're looking amongst some of the other regions as well. Certain things are looking a little more similar than others with one team dominating the rest. Good competition feeds into a healthy environment to create better players. And luckily, we were blessed enough to see Aero 4-4 reach that moment.
You know what? For me, I'm happy with the teams that goes to EWC. It's something that we predicted. But what's good for Vamos?
What's good for Vamos?
SRG is too strong. That makes it, everyone is going to prepare for SRG. They might not prepare too much for Vamos.
Does that mean it's not Vamosable? It's not possible for a Vamosable flip?
You can't really Vamos the game if no one thinks about you,
Yeah, because SRG is just top of the world, right? They prevented PH finals for 2 times now, 2 or 3 times now, but I feel like SRG is strong, and they're staying strong, and they're getting stronger. So, like it or not, you got to put a lot of energy on reviewing SRG games. So it might take some time away from Vamos games. So, it could give Vamos a chance that they could, get wins in EWC.
I think they have a chance.
That's my headcanon. That's my logic.
Yeah, I mean the competition overall, the landscape has gotten a lot more competitive. But I feel like this version of Vamos, if they keep what they have today, for at least the rest of Season 17, I think they have a good shot of at least making it out of groups.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm always worried about. I don't like making those early predictions about getting out of groups.
Yep.
Doesn't go as well as I want it to. But for you guys at home, let us know. We want to hear your voices about the MPL MY Season 17 through our audience survey. Scan the QR code down below and let us know what are the goods and bads of the MPL MY, what we can look to improve on, like maybe a panel for the English side or extra parking, or like maybe, sometimes tickets are way too expensive.
Maybe it's not, but
bigger venue.
Even bigger venue.
Even bigger venue.
Some Mr. Beast ideas.
Do you guys want us to wear a hat?
That's a pretty good one. I like that one. With that being said, once again, we thank you for watching the MPL NY playoffs. Tomorrow's the grand finals. This is Husky. My name is Getting Q. This is LaFell. We'll see you tomorrow.
Boleh tak? Aku. Ya, boleh. Sabar. Sampai kita punya position jelek tau. Ni. Freya mati. Nice, depan tu. Aku ada emo. Ada go guys. Duduk. Ayo, lagi. Gak ada spell semua dia. Backup. Tak Brody. Pelan-pelan. Dah. Tunggu mainin kill. Main. Depan. Tuh. Give. Nice. Boleh. Boleh.
Sabar dulu guys.
Okay, sabar.
Sabar guys, chill. Tenang.
Tunggu bawah kali.
Sumpah kalau dia lambat-lambat kan bawahnya masuk tuh.
Boleh, tunggu bawah. Ya, tunggu bawah.
Reset dah full load bagi tahu guys.
Full clear aja atasnya. Udah set.
Dah full
Iya. Gue yang tarik.
Ini sama Cimi.
Nah, tuh chip udah kantoy.
Ada gua. Kau dia.
Sini guys.
Gol.
Nice. Menang.
Kau dulu.
Main.
Respect lah, guys. Nice nih.
Nice. Main.
Lagi. Boleh embau guys.
Kejar terus.
Kejar. Boleh.
Flicker.
No winter. Boleh defend ke? Don't hold T queen. Depan.
Gua macaman. Lagi banyak.
Jangan keluar.
Majuin. Mati itu sempat.
Jangan keluar.
Gue udah flying tot nih.
Nice.
Lihat. Gue nyakil gua. Lihat.
No.
Ya, bisa.
Ada flicker dia.
Mati.
Nice one.
Gua kecil.
Aku show atas tau guys.
Gua.
Nice. Gulu.
Boleh ke belakang.
Masih bisa gak nih? Aku nih.
Main.
Depan.
Oke. Aku ban.
Ada. Aku ada.
Gue masih ada winter.
Mati. Brody no.
Mati.
Nice boy.
Dekat sama gua.
Ayo pusah.
Ayo.
Kejar. Aku sambil tolak wave nya satu.
Lihat nih, gua blocking nih, depan nih.
Let's go boy.
Boleh.
Guys, kita ke Paris guys. Alhamdulillah.
Kurang guys. Nice.
See you guys dimanapun kalian berada.
Tanggal 8 kita terakhir guys.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Dok.
Nice try, Dok.